Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Ricada of Ricada Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. What's going on?
I don't have a screen.
You don't have a screen? Where's your screen? I gave you one.
It's all black.
That's how you like it. Hold on. The whole thing? Oh, it's because I know what happened.
There I am. All right.
I gotta get you
Sure. Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
I had to get adjusted there.
Just a second, y'all. We're having boomerisms.
Wow.
I blame Drex.
There it is. Yeah.
Hard this is.
What are you
There we
talking
go.
about? Look at that.
Okay.
You're my hero. Hey, well, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, I apologize for the delay. We have, all sorts of damn kids running around, being loud. I'm trying to finalize my kitchen. Oh, and did you realize something happened today?
It was a slow news day. I didn't know anything until... Was I the last person to find out?
I think so. I think you're the last person on Earth to find out.
Yeah, well, I only heard, right? Because I was supposed to be here like a long time ago. We get back from IHOP because my daughter demanded IHOP, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, why would you go to IHOP anyway?
Oh, it's takeout only, by the way.
What's the purpose?
What's the purpose, right? So we show up.
You just microwave some pancakes from a grocery store freezer. If you're gonna take them out, I mean.
Well, so we go to IHOP. We get the to go. She eats most of it in the car while I went in the grocery store and got some food. We get back. She eats more. And I tell her, hey, once we get your uncle back from work, we're gonna leave, right?
Right.
And yeah, okay. Goes upstairs, and I'm like, okay, he's back. It's time to get ready to pack up and go. She's out cold. 3 hours later. And then in that time, my brother was telling me about, like, my mom had called him or something. Said something was going on, and there was some craziness going on. I just did this. I didn't, like, look it up. I just...
Right, yeah.
Okay, so there's a rally. Okay, yeah, whatever. And then, like, yeah, I was the last person to find out.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I have to make the announcement. Because this apparently has happened to other chats. YouTube is clamping down on anything that looks like incitement to violence in the chat. I don't know if they're doing algorithmically. I have no idea. Apparently, they shut down Tim Pool's chat. I almost expect this chat to be shut down. But of course, we on this channel do not condone or endorse any violence. We will be talking about the events in the Capitol a little bit, not in support or endorsement. But I'll tell you, YouTube is clamping down. So is Twitter. So is Facebook. I thought they would wait till Trump was out of office, but like a new porn star, it came early.
You really went there?
I went there. I'll tell you guys, all 3 of my videos today were demonetized for a very significant portion of time. One of them has since been monetized. My video about America being at war with itself, which in no way endorsed or advocated violence, had nothing to do with violence at all. It's about the ideological divide and where it stems from. That was shut down for depictions of graphic police violence, of which there are no depictions of graphic police violence. So you can check out my America at War video if you want. It has over 100,000 views, at least on my display. It might not have caught up on YouTube yet, but it's demonetized, so it doesn't matter. You need a new venue. Well, I hope you saw BitChute's announcement today that they will be also shutting down any videos that incite or condone violence.
What about Parler?
Parler hasn't said anything. BitChute made the announcement on Twitter that you cannot support violence on BitChute, which is a little bit weird Because it's BitChute, and they said they wouldn't do that, but BitChute did that. So everybody who keeps telling me to upload to BitChute, no.
Unreal.
BitChute started by shutting down that Nordic channel or whatever, which I'm not even a nationalist. You guys probably know for calling me like a centricuck or whatever. I'm not even a nationalist.
Is that what they call you?
Sometimes.
I thought that was like Tim Pool's nickname. Because he doesn't have a stance on anything, right?
Probably. I mean, I have a stance.
I don't know.
It's just on top of the fence. That's where I am.
How come one side is scrolling, but one side is not? That's weird.
Is your... I probably...
Oh.
I can fix that. Look, I can fix that.
Oh, it was at the time. Oh, okay.
No,
I got it.
Yeah, it was when I...
Yeah, that was weird. Okay.
It was when I moved the window. Okay. So, but anyway, you know, I'm not even a nationalist. I don't I'm clearly not an ethno-nationalist. I have demonstrated proof. But you know, I don't want anyone silent. I don't care if what they say is offensive. In fact, I would wouldn't you rather have offensive speech out there? You know?
I'm always told that I'm offensive, you're offensive, because so offensive as a term is purely subjective, right? If I say, Nick, you're a fucking cuck, someone can go,
rude.
That's horrible. You can call me a simp, and then someone can go, that's hate speech.
If I call you a chimpanzee, it's hate speech and racist.
Of course. Speaking of racism, Nick,
that's my favorite topic. Like, that's my favorite lead into the next thing.
I mean,
speaking of racism,
Nicholas Requeda, my esteemed friend.
Yes, sir.
I'm just curious. I don't want to make this about race, personally. I really don't. But I'm just curious. If you had to go out on a limb and say that the whole the rioting and the craziness at the Capitol, if they happen to be a bunch of people of a darker hue, what would have happened?
I actually think it would have been pretty similar to today. But I also think the media would have praised them instead of condemned them.
No, remember, they got to be for the same cause, though.
But, I mean, they would be, right? Like, wouldn't that be the idea? Or are you saying...
I said get gunned down.
So a bunch of black guys who are pro-Trump.
Doing the exact same thing.
Oh, pro-Trump black guys.
Same thing.
They'd be shot immediately.
Shot down immediately.
I thought you were inferring that it would be like Black Lives Matter.
No. Well, but BLM is just a bunch of white Marxists anyway. But
yeah, well, and a couple tokens,
of course.
So I was gonna show you. You were taking a nap already, so I didn't dare.
No, it wasn't a nap. It was
Yeah, right. Sure.
I was resting my eyes.
Right. Okay. Anyway, I didn't. I was gonna show you the chick who got shot. There's video of her getting plugged.
Oh.
And
that is sad though.
It's terrible.
Because I mean, look, I don't care where someone like leans toward. Like, as a general rule of thumb, if there's going to be any kind of fisticuffs or knife fight or gun fight or nuke fight, you want the terms and conditions to be laid down in the rules of engagement, right, Nick? Like,
right.
Both sides know what's going on. When you start doing this and people start winding up dead, it's like, it's not a good look.
So here's what do you think she was doing?
Well, I have no clue about any of this stuff.
So DC police.
Yep.
Shoot one of these people. Like, what would you expect to be happening? Like,
what was she doing? Like, what action?
Yeah.
Oh, you would expect her to be doing some kind of like rioting, threatening, coming in a threatening manner,
charging at a
cop or something. Yeah.
She was climbing through an interior window of the building.
Was she white?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't kill white women.
Can't kill white women.
Was she attractive?
I don't know. She was a 14-year military veteran, 4 tours of duty.
Probably not.
Come on.
I'm horrible, I know, but I'm honest.
She was shot. And she was like, like climbing up through the window. As far as I could tell, it's hard to see from the video that I saw, but she was pretty far from anybody. She was unarmed, right?
Ashley Babbitt?
Yeah, her name is Ashley Babbitt.
All right, I'll look her up.
Yeah.
God rest her soul.
She wore hot. I don't know if that's a typo of was hot. or like hot for a chick at war. I don't know.
She was past tense hot.
She was a 7, 5. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not really like, I'm not super interested in that. But yeah. So anyway, you know, she was shot and killed. The amazing thing is watching the media. That's been. Are you looking?
She's just like she looked like a regular chick that we would see. Yeah.
Yeah, she looked normal.
Yeah.
The thing that's blown my mind is the media. And I mean, it's not surprising. It's just
the narrative.
It's always a little bit jarring, the blatant hypocrisy.
Yep.
The media is suddenly against political violence. They're suddenly against storming the power.
Well, hold on. We got to be fair here. This summer, after the George Floyd thing happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of people who were right-leaning who were saying what? This is how you get a point across, but right?
Right.
So you start to see it both sides, right?
Oh,
if you're right-leaning and you were condemning remember, we're not talking about protesters, the rioters, right? You were against the rioters starting back in late May, right? So now you reverse it. Someone goes, well, hey, if you lost an election, blah, 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 and they're trying to certify the vote, you don't do it this way, right? Like, because now the left-leaning people are going to say that, right? And some right-leaning people, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, how the media will frame it is pure hypocrisy.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
and that's the thing. And guys, don't misunderstand here. Like, personally, I don't like any violence. I'm not for it. I get it. I get the anger. I do. And I'm not like gonna be out here saying that it's justified, not justified. You know, that's up to the individual to make up their mind, right? Pure fence sitting on that. But I personally don't engage in riots. I don't engage in oh
shit.
I'll tell you the story on that in just a minute. I personally don't engage in riots or protests or anything because I don't want to be around when violence breaks out.
Correct.
I have a family. I have a nice thing going. I like my quiet, middle of nowhere life. Like, that's good for me.
Yeah.
And so, you know, but I mean, anybody who didn't see this coming.
Right. Well, you and I have talked about civil war on numerous occasions,
mm-hmm.
and the growing divide. So, if you were to ask me, do you know what I believe you're going to see? Because you're not going to see a civil war. What you will see is deeper. The heels going in deeper on a partisan level, right? I think if you are a Trump supporter, I truly don't believe that this really affected you. I really do mean that. Like, I don't believe someone who voted for Trump saw what happened and is going to go like this. I'm going to switch and vote blue next. No. They just dug their heels deeper.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's the way I see it. Like, anything that the future President Harris says, because Biden is not the actual president, I just think people are just going to dig their heels in deeper, Nick. And like, it won't matter what gets said from the other side. Like, it's just going to the nation's going to be completely divided.
Yeah. Someone said we're disgusting in regards to the woman unsubscribed. I don't know what they mean.
I don't know.
I guess because you asked if she was attractive.
Well, in the context, because okay,
you got to understand that
the context.
It's the narrative. This goes back to Justine DeMond. Attractive white woman gets shot.
Yep.
And then there's a different reaction than
always.
Than
but hold on,
people.
Nick, let's be fair.
Although in this one,
also with kidnapping, right?
Right.
Because if who was the girl that got that wound up disappeared in Aruba? Natalie something. If you guys can remember her name, she was that the attractive white girl who wound up missing in Aruba on the class trip, right?
Right.
Natalie something, and because she was attractive and young and white, you're gonna get all the press. If she were unattractive, she doesn't get the press. If she were Asian, probably not the press. If she were black, zero press. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we're not like it's not to be demeaning or denigrating to the woman at all.
No.
Her getting shot's an absolute travesty,
and we said that
shouldn't happen.
Yeah, we will.
Should not happen. As far as I can tell, nothing she did merited being shot. The question is, and I think this is interesting, is the political conflict of the media.
Natalie Holloway, that was her name.
The political conflict of the media commenting on this is going to be vastly different than in any other context.
Correct.
And so because they will run into their anti-right wing sentiments when reporting on this, and that'll change how they report on it.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Before we get to the super chats.
Sure.
Are you sure that these aren't plants? That this isn't a fucking psyop?
I mean, one...
I don't mean everybody. I mean, you should say like people within the crowd.
What I will say is this. There were some pictures of the people from inside, and someone posted, a picture. There's a like a guy in a giant like buffalo hat or something.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Were you sitting down?
But both Dick and Ralph said they saw that guy at the rally down in Phoenix or something.
Okay.
So that guy like seems to be involved. I mean, whether or not there are some instigators in the crowd, you have to imagine that if there's Antifa people there, that they're going to try and blend in, if for no other reason than they don't want to get, they don't want to get into a conflict, or maybe they do want to get into a conflict.
Correct.
But I don't think there's any credibility that I've seen to the idea that this was a psyop on the storming of the place.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah. Not the storming, but I'm saying actions within the storming. Like, okay, do you remember those?
I don't know that there's anything particularly egregious that I mean, they went
they were bust in.
They went into the building, and I mean, some shenanigans happened, but there's not really allegations of like crazy stuff going on. I mean, some guy did steal apparently the speaker podium, and it may have been put on eBay.
I did see that. I think I did see a picture of that.
If it wasn't like super illiterate or like illegal, I would buy it, but it'd be great.
The reason why I say that is because I remember when the George Floyd thing was happening. Remember we had all those pictures with bricks just sitting there, right? Just conveniently placed, like, and bashing stores, burning stuff, Molotovs. I'm like, you guys haven't figured this out yet? This is psyop, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. Here's the thing. I like kind of what Sargon was saying on Parler. If you guys like Sargon, can't find him on Twitter or whatever, he is on Parler under Carl Benjamin. He made a point that this is all predictable without having to go to the psyop aspect of it. So, like, maybe there are instigators in the crowd. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to say that there aren't. Again, this stuff is too big for it to not have something like that. But you don't need a psyop to explain people storming the Capitol building today. Here's what you got. You got a bunch of people. Half the country voted for Donald Trump. There's no bones about it. Half the country, give or take whatever percentage, voted for Donald Trump. And then there were some things in that election that are questionable. No, again, to what degree they're questionable, that's up to you. There's some things in that election that are questionable. Those questions were asked. They were never answered by any sort of independent review. No judges got to look at it. So then no judges chose to look at it, I should say. Let's be precise on that. So then what you're left with people getting their information from guys like Pulitzer, I think is the guy's last name. You're left with people getting their information from allegations in lawsuits that are dismissed, and there's never any testing of the evidence.
Correct.
And so then, in my opinion, the courts are completely derelict in their duties.
Yep.
Because they had the opportunity to at least say, all right.
We'll look at it.
Let's hear your argument.
I told you the fix was in.
Yep.
And I said that way back when. I said, dude, the fix is in. And Nick, I don't know, man. Someone kept saying something about RGE. Someone said RGE raid. What happened with that?
Oh, no. That means RGE's show is over, and then his chat people are coming over.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to RGE. I've always been a fan of his.
Yeah.
I always love Raging Golden Eagle.
So I think the courts are absolutely derelict in their duty because they could have examined this. And I think genuinely that had they examined this, had they let people air their things out, and even if they came to the same ultimate conclusion, that would have tamped down some of the emotions and maybe enough of the emotions to prevent the actions today. Hard to say, but I think they could have calmed some tempers. That said, that's why I maintain that I lay blame of this at the courts, at the media, at big tech and at Congress.
Mm-hmm.
All of them have brought us to this point. And it's Congress is not slowing down on their rhetoric, by the way.
No.
That's the best part. All of us, we're all asked to calm our rhetoric down. We gotta be careful about what we're inciting. The left is fomenting rage right now, even though they won everything. Because you got the news today that the Democrats won the Georgia Senate races.
Yeah, the runoff.
Both of them. Yep. So now the Republicans have lost their majority, and as soon as Biden and Harris are sworn in, Kamala will be the 51st vote.
Correct.
And the Republicans are done.
Yeah, they're done.
For 2 years minimum.
I said the whole country goes blue. I have been very adamant about that, Nick. And you know my logic behind that is as the people in blue states flee to red states, they will change the demographic, right?
Right.
Because they're going to push people out due to cost, right? If you're leaving a blue state, like let's say you leave California, you leave Chicago, you leave these major shithole metropolis cities, right? Mm-hmm. Wherever you move to, Nick, your money is going to stretch further when you go to a red state, right?
Right.
So once you get there, what are you doing to the people who are already there? As you push them out, so you're going to see people who are in red states get pushed to other red states that are much smaller and have fewer electoral college votes. So Texas will go blue. Q said that he didn't believe so. So did Ty Beard. And I said, Nick, Texas will be blue. There's no question in my mind. All of the states that people believe, oh no, Drex, it won't go. It'll go blue because, Nick, they're indoctrinating more people, right? In these colleges, right? In these liberal colleges, they're going to import more vote. What is Kamala Harris and Joe Biden talking about, Nick? Have you heard? Besides the trans agenda, what are they talking about? Open borders, right?
Open borders. Guns are gone.
Guns are gone.
So someone was asking me what I think they're going to do. I think legislatively, they're going to be pushing. Oh, I should do this. There's a lot of people in chat who might be new to the live stream.
Okay.
Because we've got new subscribers, and I think Doug Tenaples suggested some people come over here.
Oh, cool.
Let me talk about super chats. If you're new to this show, I read every single super chat that comes in. I read $20 and up ones first. We're doing a little bit of a sort of like an opening, not really a monologue because there's two of us. An opening duologue,
right.
And then we'll get to super chats after that. But every single one will be read. So I know some like shows highlight them or whatever. If you feel like we're ignoring them, we're not. We'll get to them in just a little bit. Okay, so there's that. But I just wanted to address that in the chat for people who may be new to the show. Okay,
we're going full socialism.
So here's what I'm thinking on guns. Legislatively, they're going after assault rifles. They're going to put in various restrictions that places like California have attempted. They're going to do, like the ammunition stamping crap, where somehow it has to stamp on the side of the bullet as it's exiting the chamber, which is like physically impossible. They'll regulate ammo. They're going to regulate magazine size. But before that, Joe Biden, I think, is going to change ATF rules on things like the wrist braces, which were changed and then changed back. That's going to get changed back again. I think they may start trying to go after any rail attachments like optics and stuff like that. Tactical flashlights.
I think they're going a different route, to be honest.
You think so? What do you think?
I'll tell you what I believe they're going to do. I believe that before they even get to that, they are going to team up with, you heard about the APA, right? When Ken Jennings from Kiwi Farms came on, right? And he talked about the APA, basically it's an APA ruling about masculinity and it's pathological, right?
Right.
And that I believe that correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe that law is already in place. It's in a southern state, Nick. I want to say like Virginia, Kentucky, somewhere around there, where you can just call the cops on someone and go like this: "Bad man with gun."
Oh, the red flag laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of states.
Oh, is it?
Florida has it.
It just hasn't been really heavily enforced, then, right?
No, it has. It's just quiet. And usually,
okay.
The thing with red flag laws is they're very popular amongst even some pseudo-conservatives because they go, oh, well, I don't want crazy people having guns. And they don't realize the implications of how red flag laws work. And Diamond Duck, before you say anything, yes, I will have Kendra Paris on as soon as I can. Maybe we'll do a refresher on red flag laws and and how they're implemented. But yeah, basically, a red flag law is, you say crazy man with gun,
Yep.
bad man with gun or whatever, and then the burden becomes on this person to suddenly defend their own ownership of guns.
Correct.
And they haven't been convicted of any crime.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not even wrong. I think it's like, you remember that movie Minority Report, like the precogs, right?
Yeah.
We're arresting you and imprisoning you for a crime that you're going to commit. Wait, what? So, Nick, my thing is this. I believe that the masks, the mask thing and the shutdown of small businesses in the private sector, I truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, all of that was one big dry run to see, will people conform? So here's what they're going to do. Rather than just take the guns, like physically go like this, we're just going to confiscate your guns. They'll go like this. Hey, Nick, you can't have a gun anywhere. Okay, do you remember the mask thing? Do you remember what people said, Nick? I ain't going to wear no damn mask. And then what do? Anywhere you wanted to go, what do they say, Nick?
Got to have a mask.
Okay, so then what happened?
Then you had to wear a mask.
I got to eat groceries, right?
Yep.
What?
Stop. You better
I gotta go buy groceries.
You gotta go to a restaurant. You gotta go.
You gotta go to a restaurant. You gotta go anywhere, right? Like anywhere that you're gonna go. So Nick, if I say you can't go to this place, you can't go to that place unless you have this mask, you're stuck. With guns, I go like this. Hey Nick, you have a gun? You can't have it, and they'll it'll be everywhere. So the only place you can have a gun is literally just sitting in your house.
Yeah, that's what they've tried to do in New York.
Yep, it's coming, man.
Oh wait, the Supreme Court was nope, they didn't hear that case either. That's right. I remember that one. That's the one in New York City where it was only legal to take your gun from your house to the gun range and nowhere else.
Yep.
And they actually get this case to the Supreme Court, and then New York, in a last-minute move, stunning everybody, says, "Oh no, that's not how we're going to enforce it." And the Supreme Court said, "Oh, okay then. Wait, but that's how the law is written."
The fix is in. Nick, I don't know how people don't understand this. I've been warning you guys on this show. I've been on your show for like a little over 2 years. Pure socialism. Venezuela 2.0 is what America will devolve into. There's people out there who don't understand this yet. Where they be the controlled opposition of the right, because Republicans have always been cucked, or the left, who's just been brazen for all of our lifetime, Nick.
Yep.
Like, watch this. Nick, name something the left has tried to do that they haven't been able to do. Can you name anything? They wanted guys in dresses. They got it. They wanted the destruction of the nuclear family. They got it. They
haven't gotten full amnesty yet. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying, right? You see where I'm going with that. Just now, Nick. Let's reverse that coin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The right has pushed for whatever, right? X, Y, Z.
Right.
But have they won any? Have you seen them winning any battles? I haven't.
With the right,
they can stall.
Policy-wise, what the right is doing is they are. How do I analogize this? The right is in a basement,
mm-hmm.
and they don't have a door, right? Like a cellar door. They just have a piece of plywood, and they're holding it up. And the left's policy, in the same analogy, is a guy outside with a shovel, and he's just piling stuff on top of that piece of plywood. And that's how it works. The right is trying to maintain the status quo. The left is trying to shovel stuff in. It's always easier to do a progressive sort of policy than to hold on to what you've got. Mm-hmm. And that is conservatism versus liberalism in a nutshell, and why the left is so successful in their attempts. Because all it takes is to just convince people that what you have isn't as good as it seems, but what we're going to give you will be better, even though you have no basis for it. You have there's no like experience. You can say, oh yeah, of course it would be better because look, over here we're doing it and it's better. That doesn't actually even happen.
Correct. You just dangle the carrot endlessly. So yeah, I mean, people get with look, this is what people wanted, right? People want Nick, have you ever talked to people about socialism? Yeah, socialism's good. you just do this to look like.
Those people have never lived with it.
They've never lived in it, right? Ever. Yeah. They don't really know what socialism is, right? Like they say they do. Like, yeah, it means everyone's going to be a winner. You think, huh?
When everyone's a winner, everyone's a loser.
Everyone's a loser.
Okay, let's start with some super chats, and I'm going to start with this big one from Christopher R. Murto, $100, and this is from yesterday. I felt bad for this guy. So he said if I got to 1,000 likes, he would donate $100. And then we got to 1,000 likes, And it never came because apparently, like, I don't know if he had an issue like connecting his credit card or
Oh.
whatever. So that is what he says. He says, I have my word, or I gave my word to the chat. Thank you, Christopher Murto, for being a man of your word. You're an upstanding citizen.
He certainly is. Yeah, I saw that come. I was like, oh shit, damn. Like,
yeah, and so that's a story there. Although I did say he was under no obligation to give it or anything, but it is awesome that he did. I appreciate it. It's freedom and addiction. Yeah, it is. I think so. Okay, so next we have Titanium Bank, who says, today's act was so stupid because it achieved nothing and made things worse. Regardless if you are left, right, if you decide to storm a government building, you need to prepare for the consequences if you aren't attempting a real revolution or coup. I think it achieved some things. Unfortunately, I don't think it achieved what anybody wanted. And that's the problem, right? We've got these people who stormed the White House. And again, like, I'm not even talking about the justification or the wisdom of it or anything like that. But what it did was it gave the wishy-washy Republicans in Congress a pass. They got to say they would stand with Trump, and now they get to stay away. Now they get to back down. They got to say they would stand up for the country, and now they can say, well, in light of this violence, I'm not going to do that anymore. And as proof of that, after
Romney.
the Arizona objection to the electoral votes, which had 13 Republican senators raise the objection, only 4 maintained their objection after that. So 9 of them said, oh no, after the violence, I'm not going to object anymore.
what do you think about the 25th?
25th Amendment?
Yep.
So someone asked me about this. I will be doing a full video on the 25th Amendment tomorrow, but briefly, that is the new call. We're going to see I did a video on this today, but we're going to see persecution and prosecution of anyone Trump is aligned with.
I believe so.
That's coming.
Yep.
The left is in full retribution mode. They've gotten their mandate by having the House, the Senate, and the executive branch.
Yep.
And they are... This won't be Trump, right? Like, Trump threatened to jail Hillary. Not really. But he kind of hinted that he might go after Hillary, and then he never did.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't go after the journalists like people thought he would.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that.
I knew he wouldn't.
The left has no such restraint.
No. Well, AOC wanted the actual names of everyone who voted for Trump, right?
Yep. She wanted the names of people who voted for Trump or who outspokenly support him on social media. They've filed sanctions. They filed for sanctions and filed for disbarment of Trump lawyers in Arizona and Michigan now. Mm-hmm. They're going to come after everybody. I said in my video earlier today, the left doesn't believe in a bloodless transition.
No.
And
this is a full-on coup by the left. So, but you know what though, Nick? I'm actually happy all this is happening because this is what people wanted, right? Like, do you remember I told you that I know someone personally who said they regretted voting for Biden, well, President Harris, I should say, and because they knew nothing about nothing. Like they didn't. They're very pro BLM, right?
Yeah.
If you go on their social media, that's all they are, right? White mom, mixed kids, right? Then I told her what BLM was really about and what they really stand for.
Right.
She had no clue. And then you and I had this discussion a couple of weeks ago where you said, Drex, most people, when they went to go vote in November, they were like, oh, I've heard nothing but bad stuff about that Trump guy. Check this box, right?
Yep.
That is it. Because if you ask them like specific points, they don't know anything, right? So, she kind of represents it. And so Nick, here's what's ironic. She's actually a Florida native.
Yeah.
Who's a transplant in Minnesota, very early in life, right? Do you know what she's been complaining to me about?
What?
Just take a wild guess.
Masks and lockdowns?
Lockdowns.
Of course.
Drex, this is horrible. I can't stand it. I just want to go. All I want is to just sit down, have a drink, and eat a fucking burger.
Well,
who did you vote for? And she just lowered her head. She goes, I'm having regrets. Now?
Too late.
Too late.
Too late.
And do you know what she wants? I mean, I saw those pictures that you had from Florida. I can't make this up, man. I can't make this up.
You're in Minnesota. I bet she voted for Walls too, right?
Of course. Oh, you know what though? Guess where she's headed?
What?
Well, she's going to Ohio next, but she's talking about taking her daughter across the border to Wisconsin because her birthday is coming up, right?
Yeah.
Just to go eat at a restaurant. So you voted for the very thing, and this is what happens. You see this with Californians, right?
Yep.
They are so far indoctrinated, Nick. And then they sit there and complain about what they're actively voting for. But you wanted Gavin Newsom. You wanted full lockdowns because you were so scared of the cave. And now where are you at?
That's how it goes, right? Like they're
just children, man.
They vote on these ideals,
draconian policies. They're draconian.
But I know, but what they're not voting for. Like, she's not voting for that because she doesn't want that. She's voting for something else. She doesn't actually know, right? She gets these notions, a good feeling. Oh, this is the right guy because I've heard from CNN or Cosmo or People or whatever. It doesn't matter. Wherever you look. Voting for this is the right, good, moral thing to do because Orange Man is bad.
Orange Man bad.
And since Orange Man is bad, white-haired sniffer is good, right? Like, so they vote for this feeling. And then they're like, well, but I don't want this. It's like, if you did 1 second of looking, you would know.
You just stopped and went like this. Let me do some research. That's all you had to do is go like this.
You just, that's it. A phone.
Let me just ask somebody. Oh, Nick, do you know what I think people should do?
I'm like the guy at Blizzard, right? Like, don't you have phones?
Oh, man. But it is what it is. Like I said, now, Nick, I've been telling you for a couple of years, ginger ale just burping the hell out of me.
Me too.
Is it not just like, it's like in the throat?
Yep.
This must be what Piper Perry feels like.
Oh, come on. We're trying to avoid some degeneracy.
Oh, man. But you know what's great?
Yeah.
It's okay for me to talk about Piper Perry and the 6 black dudes surrounding her, right?
Yeah.
But it's not okay to talk about anything that could be violence.
Construed as violence. That's some violence, but...
Yeah, that was violence done to Piper Perry because she's a tiny girl.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You better stop. Okay, let's get more chats here. Bad Vibe says, if we the people can't get accountability, then there will be no civility. If they can't hold their peers and other branches of government accountable, they don't get to hold the individual accountable. Broken trust. And that is, that's the sentiment. That's the sentiment. When you don't give representation, people will take it. They will take it. I feel like we should have learned this in 1776, right?
Who cares about history? Socialism's going to work this time. I promise.
That's my favorite thing so far, where they're like, the politicians, right? They're like, I can't believe in America we would have people storming the Capitol. It's like, we literally started by throwing the Capitol into the ocean. Like, that's how we started this country, is by taking the British and ridding ourselves of them. But you can't imagine that the American people might somewhere have a spirit of defiance in them. Ridiculous. Bald Eagle 1787 says, well, the new NKVD is about to be born out of the Justice Department. Kiss your rights goodbye and see the Constitution be set on fire.
Oh, it's gone.
There is no peaceful solution. Time to fight for survival of the nation. Be damned. He means a metaphorical fight, YouTube. Ryan Thornton says, hey, good evening. Drex, always good to see you on with Nick. Anyone else regretting not voting for Cthulhu back in November? AGK says, really? A one-day dust-up in D.C. and a public emergency is announced for 15 days? Portland played fast and loose with my peaceful protests. Mm-hmm. Come on. Also, Drex and Nick, hope you're all well. Also, how'd your banking go? Okay, yeah, let me talk about that real quick. As many of you know from last night, my Twitch account was hacked and someone stole $10,000 from me in 2 minutes.
That's hardcore.
My bank has returned all of that to me. Provisionally. Twitch will do their investigation eventually if they ever respond to their, help requests. And in the meanwhile, though, my bank has already taken care of it. And as Twitch reimburses me, it'll basically be reimbursing my bank. Yep. So get a good bank, guys. But yes, that's the other thing. I love these people who are like, I can't believe this riot and this protest violence. It's like, you can't believe it. Portland was on fire for 72 days.
Don't forget about Chaz in Seattle. Hey, you know what? First of all, let's give a shout out
To my man Chaz.
to our man,
Oh, wait. The king of Chaz?
the king.
The shakedown machine.
My man kept it 100 in Seattle this summer.
It's security.
Where is he at right now?
I don't know what happened. That guy's name is Raz. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
to him.
he was special, man. Yeah, Raz and the Chaz. That dude, Nick, set the precedent.
He just walked in and took over. He showed people what socialism looks like.
It is. You just literally because Nick, most people are so cucked. All they're gonna do is go, "You can't do that." Shut up. Okay. Take my money and my rights, and my guns.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
R.W. Bimby says there won't be civil war. There will be quote unquote crime. When red hat civilians shoot blue hair civilians, that's crime, not war. Bloods and Crips war didn't get attacked by army, artillery, and gunship miniguns. Posse comitatus. Crime equals not army's job. Yeah. No. What I've said as far as a civil war, because I believe we've been in a civil Cold War for a while. I don't think a civil war will look like what traditional civil wars have looked like. It'll look like a much more lower scale insurgency. The scarier thing about it is that there won't be battle lines. There won't be a clear Mason-Dixon line where it's like, oh, these territories are for this thing and these territories are for that. It'll be more like what we saw in Portland. It'll be, hey, that guy's so-and-so supporter. Pop, pop, done. That's what it'll look like, and that's terrifying, in my opinion. Broly Fan 24 says, well, looks like 2021 is going to end up being 2020 New Game Plus after all. Oh, no. Mithra Nimmer says, so 2021 looked 2020 dead in the eye and uttered these immortal words, hold my beer and watch this. Nate Dogg T1988 says, I wish the rest of the world understood the idiocy of rallies and protests. Those fools got played like a fiddle. They only had to wait one more day. Praise the chaos gods. Also, F for that poor chick that got Minecrafted.
Definitely. That's why I didn't understand that person that said unsubbed. That was whatever. But
well, I think they thought we were being disrespectful rather than being disrespectful towards the media.
Yeah. That was a clear media day. I thought that was very clear that what I was saying. But
not everybody. Like I said, there's probably a bunch of new people who aren't as familiar with our back and forth and stuff like that, and that's okay. That's okay.
Black and forth.
Our black. Ebony and Phoenix Orem says, shameless plug, catch me and Drex in the future roasting Black Dynamite on my private server. I need to get Nick on to roast the Big Lebowski. Nick, in your Kermit voice, can you say, well, that's like your opinion, man. There you go. There you go. Lone Wolf Otaku says, my best friend's license is suspended in Georgia due to child support issues that are out of his hands, and now he can't get his license in Texas to get a job. Do you have any legal advice that would help? I don't know. Depends on the child support issues. Like, you got to get those resolved if that's under Georgia law.
The obvious issue with child support. Okay, watch this. Hey, Nick.
Well, but this said child support issues that are out of his hands.
No. I'm just saying that the child support courts in general, right?
Yeah.
We need to go ahead and give them some props. I am about to hereby give the utmost, highest regard to the child support system. And this is why. Only the child support system can find your ass anywhere on this planet or another planet. Let's give them credit, right?
Yeah.
And when they do find you, they will take away all your fucking rights. Not some of them, Nick. All of them. Hey, Nick, you want to go to that country, right? Can't go. Hey, you're getting stimulus money, right? You owe some arrears? Can't get them. Nick, when they were looking for Bin Laden, who should you have hired?
Child support.
Child support. They'll find him.
Bin Laden he got to have some kids running around.
Just ask child support. Find him.
Some Pakistani women spit out some little Bin Ladenettes or whatever.
I'll tell you, man. You guys
omelets. Can't make an omelet without cracking these eggs.
You got to crack these eggs, man. You bust the mugs wide open. Child support, yeah, they can check your passport. Yeah, facts. Nick, just go to child support. Okay, look. Do you remember that show, Dog the Bounty Hunter?
They'll find anybody. Yeah.
Why did they go to Dog when they just go to the child support?
I met that guy.
Did you?
Yeah. At a convention at Bubba Fest. his security was clearing out the area.
No shit.
And I was one of the guests there already, so I was like, I'm not leaving anything. And then they're like, no, get out. And I'm like, fine. So then he was there, and I'm like, hey, dog, what's up, man? Gave him a fist bump. He's like, hey. And then
Nice.
that's it.
That was it.
That was it.
Hey, did you get an Amber Alert today?
Yep.
About some... That was probably based on the child support system. I hope you know that.
Yep.
In the custody. Because, Nick, you know how it works, right?
Oh, yeah.
You ain't gonna see your kid ever till you give me that money. I ain't giving you shit. This is between me and the courts. Look, this is my time to be my kid. Fuck you. You ain't never gonna see this kid again. I'm taking this kid. And that's when you get the Amber Alert. Woo. Nick, that's all it is.
Speaking of that and racism, that's a joke.
That was a great segue.
Did you see that they're not pressing charges against the shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha?
Oh yeah, I figured that.
Which is obvious to anybody who looked at it and said,
Correct.
That guy's got a knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what the reason was that they're not pressing charges?
Tell me.
Because the irrefutable evidence that he had a knife. They're like, there's irrefutable evidence that he had a knife. It was a danger to the police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
I don't know. I just, at the end of the day, man, Nick, here's the thing. I get it. I'm just saying you've seen me in similar situations, and I'm not allowed to be aggressive under any circumstance.
Oh, he wasn't.
I'm saying if someone threatens me, right?
Yeah,
Like, so, you know, when it's always this case where this person had a weapon or they came at them in an aggressive manner.
Right.
This person in kind, person B, right, used force, whether deadly or otherwise, right? But you've seen situations with me where I'm not allowed to use anything. I just have to sit here and just take it. And it's like, well, this is a huge fucking double standard.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to use force so many times, Nick. And the only time I can use force is if it looks like a Piper Perry video.
Okay.
That's it. Nick, I'm saying.
I know.
If my life gets threatened tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah.
I told you, but I didn't tell the stream. So tomorrow is a great day for me. I'm headed over to the hospital. Don't worry. I don't have the itchy scratchies. Don't worry.
Sure, you don't.
I'm headed over to the hospital because, as you guys know, I was cucked by the Colombian government 3 months ago.
Yep.
When I tried to get into Colombia.
You deserved it, to be fair.
So I'm headed over to the hospital to get a PCR COVID-19 test, right?
Right.
My black ass will be in Colombia on Monday, January 11th. I will be there. I will be in Colombia.
Sure.
Yeah. So
this is for 1,000 likes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, I have nothing in here but burp. So there it is, y'all. Thanks.
Woo.
So they're coming for your knives next. Yeah. Idea Machine, Google PCR COVID-19 test.
So next we've got Marty Lund. It says the odd part was the Capitol Police, run by Congress, just stood down and invited people in for a 90-minute photo op, then cleared out after that with nearly zero resistance. No weapons, no fires, not up to 2020 standards. Well, except for the chick that got shot. But maybe that wasn't Capitol Police. I don't know. From Eggman says, wait, let me just go back and say to Lone Wolf Otaku, I need more details on your friend's question from Georgia. If you want to email me or something, I could maybe get you advice or point you in the right direction. From Eggman says, so Drex, I have a question. How long until we get a Bachelor Tax? As more and more dudes check out with our diminishing birth rate, the establishment will realize they need more bodies and tax us for choosing not to F.
Yeah, that's, Dollhouse Phil and I had him on my show, and we talked about that briefly. And it is an inevitability. Anyone out there who believes that this is not coming. Now, Dollhouse Phil and I talked about the fact that, now, Nick, I don't know about you, but I've never been a man. I've always been a masculine presenting transgender lesbian.
Yeah.
And due to the fact that we have laws in this country, in this great country, that don't inhibit my love, right?
Right.
For someone who also happens to have a penis. When the
Didn't
Bachelor
I
Tax
see
comes,
you in the all-female Ghostbusters movie?
I was in there.
Okay, I thought
I was
so.
masquerading as Leslie Jones.
Right.
When the Bachelor Tax comes, you can be 110% positive I will be married to someone with a fucking penis. There's no chance I'm getting Bachelor Tax. I promise you. Not happening.
I can't wait to be at the ceremony.
Yeah, man. It's going to be beautiful.
I'll be your best bro. Seamus Maulane says they will just drop tax stamps and such on guns and magazines so that the average person won't be able to legally afford them. That way they aren't banned illegally, just in practice. Yeah, they're going to be utilizing the ATF quickly, but I think legislation is also coming. Austin Hartless says, how long until there's a monetary reward for reporting your neighbors for not being 100% up to date on vaccines or for reporting wrong thinkers to the police? I don't know that there's going to be a monetary reward so much as that's how you'll get to do your shopping. Like you'll have, how many people have you reported this month? How many
social credit?
How many actions have you reported?
Straight up China. Month? Everyone will be left. Like Nick, do you remember when I said the country will go blue, right?
Yep.
It's gonna go blue. I don't know why people keep thinking this is some like but half the company voted for. Hey Nick, what happens when someone goes like this? Hey Nick, you want to feed your family, right? What if they come around and go like this? Hey Nick, who are you voting for? If they demand that you vote blue or else, right? People go like this. Well, I got masks, just like the mask. It's coming, man. It's coming.
Chris Kennedy says, hey, Drex, can you do the deaf moaning voice that got to Nick the other night? That was hilarious. No. Let's call it revenge for the Kermit voice. Anyway, love you guys. MGTOW mentality is the way.
Wait, what voice was that?
You kept moaning like a deaf person.
Oh, yeah. So now someone said it sounded like a Wookiee. And so, Nick, the only reason why I remember the sound was because, as I told you, when I was playing ball in JUCO, there was a deaf girl on the softball team. And when she got drunk and was making these weird sounds, anytime women make sounds in general, right? Like if I go to, pick up my mom some Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
And a woman has any sound come out of her mouth, I always imagine what it would sound like smashing. So if you have a raspy voice, I imagine, what would that sound like if I smash? Do you remember that show, The Nanny? With Fran Drescher. And it was like, so you had to imagine, like, what would that sound like if I smash Fran? So when a deaf chick was making those noises in the dorms,
okay, stop. Stop it. The Herald Studios says basically we're going to be Venezuela 2.0.
Oh, called it.
Dominion voting machines, open borders, New York levels of Second Amendment restrictions. Yes. Honestly, I do not see how we can escape socialism now.
Thank God for socialism. This is what all you people voted for. All these, not people on your channel, Nick.
Right. Obviously, these people did not.
Oh, wait. Is deaf porn a thing?
Stop.
I saw someone in the chat say that. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to look while you read the next super chat. I'm just going to look for a friend.
Padre Speak says, what is the best repository for a list of pre- and post-election cases? My brother refuses to believe that there's evidence of election fraud and won't do a lick of research. Unfortunately, the best place that I've seen for looking at all of the cases with all of the legal filings is Democracy Docket, which is run by Mark Elias, who was a instrumental player for the Biden team. No, for democracy. But they do have the filings, and they're actually fairly well organized. I believe there is I think Robert Barnes had a link up to a website about sharing the evidence, but I don't remember what that was called. Does anybody know the Robert Barnes website that was for sharing the compilation of the evidence? Richard Barris, the People's Pundit. That's a guy who Robert Barnes streams with, and I know he had a lot of stuff. I just don't remember the actual specific website. So
I found some hits.
If you don't want to go support Democracy Docket, which would be completely reasonable because Mark Elias is a pile of garbage, you could go ahead and check out the People's Pundit, or you can find on Robert Barnes's Twitter somewhere he had a link to all the evidence as well. Idea Machine says, I think this would be a good time to watch another 80s movie with gratuitous TNA. Speaking of that, Drexel, the other night watched Fear City.
Wait, that's the one that with
Billy D. Williams.
How was it?
Melanie Griffith. It was great. It was
it though?
Great. It wasn't as great as, obviously.
the
not
true,
as great as McBain.
the true Oscar winner.
I got on a stream on New Year's Eve with my British compadre.
I love talking to British people.
And he had a guy on named, I think, Robert Hutton, who I'd never talked to before, but he's like an action figure guy. I brought up McBain, and his eyes lit up, and he's like, I Love that movie. And then he starts listing all these movies that the director did. And he's like, this one was great. This one was awesome. This one's great.
We might need to start looking up that director's filmography.
Yeah. Hey, Az is in the chat. What's
No
up,
shit.
buddy? Heel versus Babyface.
Oh,
What's going on, man?
I don't see him.
Good to see you. He's got a gray name. It's probably up past your thing by now.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, he's there.
Anyone who understands the majestic quality of McBain, because I mean, look, Nick, these are some dark days coming ahead of us, right? If you ever need to just get an escape away from all the fuckery and the socialism that's coming, and you just want to remember a good time back before, you know, everything went to shit, just watch McBain.
Yep.
Because Nick, everything that movie represents is all over, right? Watch this. Strong male lead. It doesn't matter if he's white or black.
Gone.
Let's see. Gratuitous quality violence. Gratuitous violence. Gone. Completely illogical and nonsensical kills, like shooting across your buddy with a Desert Eagle through
Out
a
of a plane
into
another plane
and killing him in one shot. Gone. Right?
Gone.
So everything. Oh, Nick. Epic ballads. For the music, right? Gone.
It's not the it's not the MacGyver parody. That was MacGruber. McBain is a movie starring Christopher Walken from like 1985.
It's not a movie; it's an experience.
It's impossible to describe.
It's 11 out of 10.
Okay, Puggernaut says, "How are the Republicans going to remotivate the base unless they learn to hollowly ape Trump's populism? How are they going to overcome the damage they did between contesting the results and Cocaine Mitch's failure on stimulus? I don't know. They have to.
No way.
They have to really hope that the Democrats screw up badly, I think. What are you looking up now? Are you...
I'm not going to say that the tag says very cute deaf blonde makes her
Stop
debut.
it.
On exploited teens.
Hot Man on Man Action says, "Hey, Nick and Drex, today has me price comparing airfare to Greenland. What's one good thing that each of you have going on in your lives? I just need to hear something positive, man."
You first or...
You go first.
All right. Besides Colombia, I just got word from my Dominican Connect. Looking at some properties, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, I'm going to show you after the stream. Hey, so when you buy something in the DR, you know what property tax is?
What's that?
Doesn't exist in the DR.
No property tax?
When you buy a house in the fucking Dominican Republic, you own that shit. It's yours. Even as you don't have to be a Dominican citizen. So I'm looking at properties, and I will escape the United States. Obviously, child support will come after me because I still got how old is my daughter? 10. So I got 7.5 more years. So once my daughter graduates, I'm out. Game over, man. Game over. So yeah. Look at other. Don't just be obsessed with America. Like America's done. We've been bought and sold out.
Yeah.
To the CCP. So it's over.
For me, I don't know. I have a family that I really like. That's
me?
a good. Yeah.
I mean, I talked to your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Your mom posted a Facebook picture. Your dad was there, and I'm like, that guy looks just like Nick Rekieta.
Yeah.
Because you and your dad are literal clones.
Right.
So yeah, man. Oh, I saw something. Someone's from the DR, man. Yeah, Nick. It's for real. Like, so I don't know if you know this, Nick. In South and Central America, there's a lot of Westerners, in particular Americans,
yeah, a bunch of
who live there.
Yep.
Tons. There are fraternities, right? Especially black dudes, because they finally listened to guys like me, and they divested away from the demonic creatures known as black women, and they fled to the Dominican Republic, Panama, Colombia, right?
Yeah.
When you go to these places, Nick, a lot of them are military veterans, things like that, right? So that pension comes wirelessly, right? These guys are living like kings. Do you know? I can show you the place, Nick.
Oh yeah.
Great place, right? Amazing place. Do you know what it costs?
No.
Per month. Amazing. I want to say it's two bed, like 2 bed, 2 bath.
$500
US. So in pesos you have to divide by 58, right? So it was like something like 30,000 pesos or whatever the number was, right?
Sure.
And you're like, yeah, that's what it equates to, is whatever.
Like $500.
Yeah, per month.
Not bad.
Can you find a place anywhere in America right now for $500? That's we're talking.
You don't want to live there.
You don't want to live there, right? It's Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
God bless the DR, and God bless the asses in the DR, the food in the DR. The ass is again in the DR.
Okay. You're singularly focused tonight.
Look, now you saw me get that power. I think it was because of the ginger ale and that like 9-minute eye resting period I had upstairs.
The Gary, Indiana, you can get a place for $500 and a stabbing once every month. You just got that's what's going on. No, hot man on man action. Good thing going on in my life. The channel's great. I've added over 30,000 subscribers since Christmas.
I'm happy for you because I remember you've been doing some experiments with the algorithm and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm nothing but pumped for you. Like, because you know what I mean, Nick. We talked about that. Like, nothing makes me happier than seeing like other people get off. I'm like, this is great.
Right.
I love seeing people like when someone's like, yo, I'm trying to do this thing with the algorithm. And I go like this. Did it work? You're like, it worked. I'm fucking happy.
Yep.
I don't know how my finger kind of slipped.
Yeah, that's the worst part about YouTube is it's getting them to just distribute your content to people to find. That's the hardest part.
It's funny you say that because Nick, you've heard people say like, you know, this is a great channel.
You like watching other people get off, huh?
I've said so many things tonight that
may I have a crumb?
So Nick, oh wait, what's that? Oh, Onyx Steel, $340 a month, including utilities. You should see what that gets you in Thailand. Hey, for all you guys in the channel tonight, everybody in the chat, if you're on your phone, minimize the screen and then go to Google. So click homepage, Google, and then type in USD, our United States dollar, Nick, and then and then type in this currency, the baht, the Thai baht, right? Yeah. Thailand baht, or the rial, Iranian currency. See what you can get, how much bang for your buck. It's crazy.
I would never turn anything in for the real.
Of course not.
OR2891 says, Nick and Drex, hope y'all are okay. I think so. I respectfully submit a moment of levity in Lemoyne voice. Nick is a fake lawyer who drinks overpriced swill. Listen to me. I drink Kentucky Deluxe straight up, and I'm a Chad Alpha non-virgin. Samoto says, hey, Drex, good luck out there in my home country of Colombia. Also, you said in Tampa you saw a Latino with no booty. They exist, Drex, and most of them come from Central America. You've been spoiled, lol. Can confirm I am a Latino. Hey, speaking of booty.
Wait, you gonna talk about Kim and Kanye? I knew you were gonna say, because I saw that little glimmer in your eye. Now, I've told you, other than you and Lady Rackets, Nick, I don't know too many marriages that have survived this lockdown. Because a lot of them were phony to begin with. Because most people can't actually stand if outside of smashing and Netflix and chill, Nick, most couples really don't have shit to talk about. You and I have talked about that, right? When things were normal, you were out and about. You've seen especially older couples, that both of them are just sitting there like this, looking around or on their phone, right? Mm-hmm. They don't lean in. Nick, do you know that you actually want to be with somebody? You want to be in their company? You're leaning in, engaging, right?
Right.
Imagine if you and I did this show and we just kind of sit like this. Just despondent and shit.
That's how I feel whenever you talk. So, Kanye, did you hear Dre had an aneurysm?
I did. Look, the bitch is trying to kill him. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. She's like, sign these papers.
Damn, bitch. I'll sign it. Just don't kill me. Look, man, I will say this, though, Nick. Do you know what I'm going to say about Dr. Dre? Unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
Unpopular opinion on both of these guys. Let's start with Dre. Dre fucking deserves it. Do you know why he deserves it? Do you know how he got Nicole Young, his current wife, soon-to-be ex-wife?
No.
She's going to go after that $800 million. So, she was married to an NBA player, right?
Right.
Dr. Dre was sending her love letters because he's a fucking simp raised by a single mom, right? So, she monkey branched to Dr. Dre back when his stock was very low after, the whole Death Row. After he fell out with Death Row, started Aftermath Records, right? Yeah. He built himself up, rebuilt himself, right? With all the Eminem signings, 50 Cent signings, the Beats by Dre contract. So now he has that bread, right? Mm-hmm. Now she's ready to cash out.
Yep.
Go ahead, get it, queen. Now, if you were asking me to give Slay Queen, yes. Now, Nick, if you asked for my personal recommendation for Dr. Dre, pre and post aneurysm, I would just say he should just go to OJ for advice, legal advice. If I were Dr. Dre, I would go to OJ for legal advice, man. Word up. And as for Kanye, hey, Nick, let me ask you something. You and I have talked a lot about relationships and stuff, and we may have a few disagreements, but I'll tell you one thing I know we both agree on.
Yeah.
You met Lady Rackets You've been.
It is. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, must be the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, Lady Records. So you guys gotta understand, man. When it comes to Kanye, understand this. And I should wait till Nick gets back, but fuck it. My issue with Kanye is this, y'all. Kanye married a woman that is famous for making sex tapes. Let that sink in, right? So for you guys out there, who are wondering, oh, Drex, I want to get a nice girl and blah, blah, blah. Get a girl who's not doing no goddamn sex tapes. So she was getting smashed by Ray J. She was passed around the industry. For those of you guys who don't know anything about Kim Kardashian, her father, Robert Kardashian, was cucked by O.J. Simpson because O.J. was smashing Kim's mom, Kris, right? Kris Kardashian, now Jenner. But we saw what happened to Bruce Jenner. So she got that alpha D from OJ. Alpha in terms of physically. He's mentally a beta male because his rainbow father ain't shit. So fast forward, y'all. Kanye wants to put a ring on it. He wants to get on one knee like a fucking bitch made cucked simp. Mangina. So he married a woman that has been succeeding on camera, who, if you go on Pornhub right now, X Hamster, X Videos, XNXX, or just Google, and just Kim Kardashian sex tape, and it pops up. If your girl has a sex tape, she is disqualified, okay? If she has been passed around the industry, she's disqualified. Johnny Cochran is dead. Oh, yeah. Dre can't, look, man, he can get legal advice, man. It's called isotoners, okay? That's the legal advice. And Kanye fucked up. So now you went ahead and you married a woman who is known to be a fucking industry thought. And you're shocked that you're getting divorced, right? So for all you guys out there, no, man, you should get married because of love. The family court doesn't care about love. The divorce court doesn't care about love. When Kim shows up in there, she's not going to be asking for love. She's going to be asking, let's divide these assets. You guys want to talk about ass? Assets, okay? Assets. Kim Kardashian is going to run through Kanye's assets. Yeah, you're right, man. I ain't saying she's a gold digger. Same with Nicole Young. Okay, I want you guys to, right now, I want you to Google Nicole Young. I want you to look at her strong ass fucking jawline, right? Look at that jawline and tell me, would smash or pass right now? Everybody in the chat, hold up, let me pull this bitch's face up. I want you guys to see this fucking jaw. Oh shit, I got the deaf porn up. Hold up. I gotta open a new window, y'all. I'm gonna come back to this video. Very cute deaf blonde teen makes her debut porn. 56,000 views. Man, shit, Pornhub, y'all slacking. I want to hear them sounds, though. I ain't saying I'm going to smash a deaf and a blind girl in one, but I mean, I've done worse things. Now, who am I looking up? I'm looking up Nicole Young. Nicole Young. I'm on Dr. Dre's wife. I'm going to show you guys right now, man. I want you guys to look at this damn jaw. Real talk. She looks like, hold up. Let me get a good picture you guys can really see. This bitch looks horrible. Hold up. Here we go right here. Let me try to. So, y'all see that jaw? The jaw, look. The jawline is strong with this one. It should look like a man. It looks like The Rock, y'all. If you guys were to look at Nicole Young, it looks like The Rock in drag. And he was out there simping for this. And so let me tell you guys something. Do you want me to tell you how you guys know Dr. Dre is bitch made? Let me show you how I tell you that Dr. Dre's a bitch-made fucking simp. Raised by a single mom. I'm going to show you guys a picture. In this picture, you're going to see Dr. Dre, the simp, his wife, the man, who might be a tranny, and then there's going to be another person in this picture. Now, I want you to look at how this other person is dressed, and then just look at it, people. I want you to look at this. See that? The girl you see that's scantily clad, that is Dr. Dre's daughter with this strong-jawed ass bitch right here, Nicole Young. Okay? So what I want you guys to understand is this. That's someone who obviously isn't a father. Just like Steven Spielberg's daughter is going to be doing porn, because he's not a father. Oh, yeah, Nick, so I was saying that was my issue with Kanye, right? It's something that's what I was going to get to before the refrigerator leak, is that when you married Lady Rackets, it's because she was virtuous. she didn't have no damn sex tapes out there like Kim Kardashian. Nick, that's what she's famous for.
Yeah.
Nick, let's go back.
No, I know.
Okay, you knew about Robert. We all knew about Robert Kardashian and the Dream Team, right? The lawyer Dream Team, the OJ hire.
Yep.
But when someone said Kim Kardashian, you were like this. Oh, after you said, oh, is that the daughter of Robert Kardashian? The next thing that someone said at that time, because she wasn't famous then, right? What was the next thing they said? What was she famous for?
Sex tape.
A sex tape. So let me ask you, Nick. Kanye, raised by a single mom, he spent summers with his father. Kanye married a woman who is famous for a sex tape.
Terrible choice.
He deserves everything he gets. Nick, she was passed around the industry.
Yep.
And you're shocked now that you're getting divorced. Dr. Dre, you pulled a chick. Listen, there's an old saying, Nick, what is it? If a woman will cheat with you, what will she do?
Cheat on you.
Cheat on you. I smash married chicks. It is what it is. But Nick, ask me if I ever would go into like relationships with these broads.
Of course not.
Fuck no. Are you serious?
All
I don't
right.
know nothing about commitment. Let's go.
Okay, sorry for the delay, y'all.
You were leaking.
Hooked up my reverse osmosis today, and all of the parts that I hooked up were just fine. Part that the other guy hooked up was leaking. So
Was it XX chromosome? XY? Which one was it, Nick? Which one leaked? was it Elliot Page leakage?
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen Elliot recently?
No.
Do you want to see Elliot?
Nope. Not particularly.
Yeah, you do.
I do not. I want to get through these chats.
Let's do it, man.
SEG162, thank you for your donation, even though it says message retracted. Solid Redfield says, we need to resurrect General Augusto Pinochet to become the new president of the United States. Super Iron Bob says, here is the evidence.com. Oh, that's Robert Barnes. Someone earlier was asking where they could find like the evidence of fraud and stuff like that. It's at hereistheevidence.com. Go check that out. If you want to see a compilation, a crowdsourcing of the various evidence from various lawsuits. Sebastian Marchand Baribeau. Sebastian Marchand Baribeau says, hey there, first super chat with fake Canadian money, though.
Oh.
Thank you. Gotta say, not sure I like what's going on over there, neighbors. A winner that doesn't want to prove they won fair and square. I understand the mistrust. Good luck, y'all. And then he has a salute. So, yeah, that's been one of the big problems. So, did you hear about the phone call?
Which one?
The Trump phone call.
Oh, that he was begging Georgia people for like the reverse.
That's how they reported it.
That's how it was reported, yeah.
And one of the most remarkable things from that call, first of all, anyone who thinks that Trump did something illegal on that call, he absolutely did not. You may question the wisdom of that call, that's fine. But he didn't do anything illegal. He certainly didn't ask the Secretary of State of Georgia to do anything illegal. And there are 4 lawyers at minimum on that call, and not all of them are Trump's lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And no one on the call is like, hey, wait a minute. This is a little bit much. But the most shocking thing is one of the lawyers asks the lawyer for the Secretary of State of Georgia. He's like, hey, we have requested to see this data 6 times. And all you've ever said is, we checked on it and we verified it.
Yep.
But we haven't gotten to look at it. 6 times we've asked, and every single time you've said no. So will you cooperate with us now? No.
The fix is in.
They wonder why people are mad.
Nick, the fix is in. Listen, I told you guys what was coming, Nick. I said a couple of years ago when I first got on your show, I said, get ready for pure communism, pure socialism, because they're all one and the same. Feminism, socialism, and communism are all one and the same, right? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So get ready. Get ready for wrong think. Nick, they've been deplatforming and demonetizing people for what? What are we in? About year 3 now? Year 2 on YouTube, right?
Here's what's great for me. So after Christmas, on some advice from my friend Doug Tenaple.
Yep.
Found out some ways to help me distribute videos a little bit better. Cleaning up thumbnails, better titles, making them a lot shorter, stuff like that. And it worked really, really well. I was averaging 130,000 views per video with a couple real bangers that went over 500,000 views, right? Doing great. Then I think 2 days ago, bloop, YouTube just turned them off. And it wasn't just that like, so they give us all kinds of analytics, right? Click-through rate, how good your thumbnail, like, and your title is your click-through rate. So when it's presented to someone, how often do they click on it? My videos have like an 18% click-through rate right now, which is really good. 1 in 6 people who see it click on it.
Yep.
But what I saw was the distribution of those videos was
Dropped off.
cut by like to 1/6 of what it was over one day. Boom, done. They don't want us to talk. They don't want us to talk. CE says, any advice for those who work for a company that does contracts for the military? With things going, I don't know if there will be a mass layoff or not. Look.
Start that OnlyFans.
Start the OnlyFans. The main thing is make sure your skills are transferable. Make sure you're valuable where you are, though. That you don't want to be like, if you don't have something in the bag, you don't want to be trying to bounce around to a new job.
Yeah, not now.
Make sure you are as hard to get rid of as possible, and that you maintain relevancy. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do. Bad Vibe says, speaking of rappers, check Ice-T's Twitter on these DC shenanigans. No, that's okay. We can just avoid that. Look, people can talk about different treatment between, authority and different races. That's fine. But to pretend, this is what's bothering me. People pretending like Antifa and Black Lives Matter didn't do this on a much bigger scale for the entire year.
Same thing.
Is crazy.
Yep.
With fire. Like, no, the Capitol building wasn't burned.
Oh, don't forget taking down the statues and all. Like, nothing happened.
In Minneapolis, they burned down the precinct.
Yeah.
In Portland, or I can't remember if it was Portland or Seattle, they were throwing Molotov cocktails and firebombs at the federal courthouse. They were trying to destroy it. Yeah. Here, a bunch of weirdos went inside. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, they went inside. There's actually, I didn't see, maybe we'll see a bunch of like vandalism, but I didn't see a bunch of spray paint or anything like that.
Get your passports.
Red Mage 13 says, Drex, I know 2 friends of mine who broke up with their girlfriends during the lockdowns and were living with them. Also hearing about new hookups and people in a rush to get engaged. How much do you want to bet they won't last?
They won't. And, Nick, let me take a quick break and just say, okay, what you just said about the job market, I think people need to understand that about the relationship market. Don't get in any relationships during this uncertain time, period.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't. Like, what are you doing? Right? Like, you serious?
Yeah, there's weird motivations. People are not, they're not in the right headspace.
They're in survival mode. Well, yeah, they are in the right, they're in the right headspace, but it's a predatory. It's a predatory mindset. Listen, for you ladies out there that have got your shit together, it's cuffing season. You're going to have some broke ass dudes coming up trying to give you some A1D because that's all they have to offer, right?
Right.
Nick, I would tell those ladies, reject them. Dudes, do you have a good job? Are you got your own place? Everything's going pretty well? You're thinking, hey, I've been surviving lockdown. I've been making some investments. Video games and porn has kept me through all the shenanigans, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty girl winks at you at the grocery store, Nick. Oh, my God, I never noticed. Have you been working out? Bitch, no, I haven't been working out because the gyms are closed. You're trying to get in my fucking pockets, okay?
I've been eating Oreos and sitting on the couch. Leave me alone. I ain't been doing shit. The only thing that's worked out in this whole quarantine is dudes' forearms, Nick, the stroke game. So if a woman is nice to you during this quarantine, Nick, during these next few months, once Biden gets sworn in and all this shit, the answer is no. It doesn't matter either side, whether you're a dude, or you're a guy who's got his shit together, or you're a woman who's got her shit together, or you're something in between. You know I love my trans people. I'm a trans person myself. Right.
Whatever you've got, hold on to that shit. It's about to get ugly, Nick.
Adam Davidson says, Antifa and Black Lives Matter attack their own neighborhoods. Trump protesters took the anger to the politicians. That's the difference. That is a pretty interesting difference. But as a mild counter pushback argument, whatever you want to call it, Antifa and BLM in several cities were actually going after government properties, just not Fed government property. Well, just not Congress. They, like I said, they were trying to burn down a federal courthouse out on the West Coast. Minneapolis, they just took over and burned down a police precinct. So their anger wasn't at politicians as much as it was political institutions. So, but I do think it is very different.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think that the targeting is different. And, but again, you know, it doesn't matter.
I had some people asking if I was trans. Nick.
Of course he's trans.
Of course I'm trans. Because,
how dare you?
Because when the time comes.
Can't you hear the vocal fry?
Because when the time comes.
Yeah.
And they say, so when they send people off to war, Nick, who do they send? Primarily.
Cis white males.
Yeah, they send men to war. I am not a fucking man. I'm not cannon fodder. I'm a masculine presenting transgender lesbian. And when it's time to go get a job, Nick.
Yeah.
Who gets preferential treatment?
Oh yeah, you're up the progressive stack.
So
you're a black gay transgender.
That's right. So you guys need to start learning this language so that when the Bachelor Tax comes, Nick, are you a man? If you weren't married, no, you're not a man. You guys better get this shit right, man.
Nick's Hex says, I work for a Department of Defense contractor. There have been rumors of layoffs, but 2020 was a weird year with a company merger plus the coup. If you're an engineer, the skills you learn working for a defense contractor are inherently transferable. So good deal. But I'm just saying in general, things like lockdowns, as best you can, weather it out by hunkering down. You don't want to be in transition when a lot of people aren't wanting to invest in transition.
Well, Nick,
unless you're transitioning into a beautiful woman.
Of course. Well, what do you think about the private sector getting battered during this whole time?
I mean,
because a lot of jobs are about to be gone forever.
Yeah, they are taking it hard. Restaurants, bars. I was thinking about that. Like, you know, a lot of people have adaptable working situations. Waitresses and bartenders, anybody who made tip money, they are getting wrecked right now because all that tip money, like, okay, some waitresses, all right, they'll stay at the restaurant and do to-go stuff. They'll help clean up or whatever. That tip money is gone. And for a lot of people, like, the tips make up 40+% of their income.
Yep.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
But this is what they wanted, though, right? All these indoctrinated idiots, Nick. This is so Nick, you can't vote for something and preach something and then get it and then be mad. Like, the people who have been around all this time, Nick, think about some of the people that we've been around. Look, there are still black people who are Democrats.
Yeah.
Let that make sense.
Not only are there some.
Where are we
there
at now?
Are many.
I think it's roughly about 90% clip now. Trump gained black male voters.
Right.
Not enough, but he gained some inroads in there. But Nick, the fact that you can be black and Democrat in 2021 lets me know that you're a lost cause. You're a fucking lost cause.
It's I mean, well, that's why. What do you think of like Candace Owens and the Blexit sort of movement?
I don't trust Candace Owens. I'm not gonna say that like I don't hate Candace Owens or anything like that, but like here's my take on the Candace Owens kind of thing.
Well, ignore her and just what like the Blexit movement, which is basically get blacks off of the Democrat plantation. Is like the plan.
But Republicans ain't gonna do shit for them. Here's the thing: black people have no friends in the political arena. You know, you do for self. Right. I've been saying that. I'm a pure libertarian. Do for self. This whole like, oh, I need to divest and go over to this party. Like, what have they been doing for you? All these look. So Nick, Republicans say all this shit about they're all for the nuclear family, right? They're the traditional conservative. That's their talking points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this: if that were true, how come if I go to any red state, the same family court laws are there, right?
Right.
So what does that tell you? Are Republicans out for the nuclear family? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
No. So don't believe shit these Republicans say. Nick, I just want people to think for themselves. These people don't have your best interest in mind. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. They're flip side. Both. I've told people this, Nick. Democrats and Republicans are flip sides of the same coin. Both of them push male disposability. Both sides do it in a different way. If you understand, if you start there, you go like this. Wait a minute, and then you look at it, you go, holy shit. They do view me as just a useless, as a fucking utility, right? Once you see it from that perspective, you go, they don't have my best interest at heart. Then divest, leave, do your own thing.
That's kind of the interesting thing about what's going on.
Mighty Wolf called it. Republicans are feminist cucks too. They are. I've been saying that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. If people are still out there saying that bullshit about like Republicans ain't gonna do shit for you.
Well, that's the interesting thing about it is Trump. Part of the reason Trump won in 2016 was because he tapped into a side of populism, and then he merged it in with Republicanism, sort of. But that's why Trump had a lot of friction with Republicans as well, was because he's not really Republican. He was populist. And so he had some policies that really make him weird. And the stimulus is a perfect example, where he wants $2,000 stimulus checks. Republicans are like, well, with Mitch McConnell, well, we can't spend more than $600 a person. Of course you can, Mitch. Of course you can. You just don't give as much to Palestine or whatever. Like, just don't give as much to some country, and you could give more to people, and that would be just fine. But that's not the Republican way. That's the populist sort of approach to it. The interesting thing is, like, theorizing on what will happen with that populist element of the Republican Party. It's like Reagan in a lot of ways, because Reagan had a big tent. He brought a lot of Democrats into the fold of the Republican Party by being pretty conservative. But I mean,
Arnold Schwarzenegger did the same thing in California as a Republican governor.
Yeah, but then he was also kind of terrible.
He was pretty awful. He was awful.
So
and knew nothing about politics, but hey.
I'm just curious, like, how this is going to play out, because basically Republicans will have to convert the populism that was on their doorstep today.
Republicans are done.
They will have to convert that, or they're gone forever.
They're done. Well, because here's the thing. The Democrats are going to subvert and completely destroy the Constitution, right?
Yeah.
The Electoral College will be gone, and they're going to mass import people, just like Sweden. So Sweden has a full feminist government, right, Nick? They're completely cucked.
Yeah.
They're done. UK, full feminist government. What happened to them? Cucked. I was just talking to Dollhouse Phil. Nick, they're done.
Oh, yeah.
The New World Order is upon us. Prepare for it. Embrace it, because this is what you guys wanted. So, Nick, do you know on your show, I've gotten into it with some people in your channel who talked about, like, the 13/50, that whole little statistic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the same people that I bet they wish they had them fucking black votes, though, didn't they? They wish they had them black votes. So Marxism, divide and conquer, right, Nick? As you divide people and get people to be bickering amongst each other rather than look at the big picture, as I've always said on your channel, Nick, I said, I've always preached unity. Always. Yep. I said, and you and I've always talked about this. We get sick and tired of this whole, like, these people, the black crime rate, or the white people doing this, the Latinos doing this, Asians doing this. Stop. That's not how you win. But people, Nick, they're going to keep on putting whatever their bias is, they're going to put it into whatever their argument is, and then they're going to stick to it, right? So the people out there who are still saying 13/50, like I said, but you wish you had those votes. If you spent more time, Nick,
if we would have had 13% of the votes, we would have 50% of the Senate.
but think about this though, Nick. Had people, and Ty Beard and I talked about this. Had Republicans spent more time doing outreach to the black community, especially black males, over all these years, Nick, they wouldn't be in this position. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah.
The Latino male vote did go up.
Well, see that's
for Trump.
That's why I was asking about Brexit, because I don't know anything, like, I don't care about Brexit, but it's an example of the sort of grassroots effort to reach out to the black community, but it's not supported or endorsed by major Republicans, and that may have been to their detriment. Not like it doesn't have to be Brexit, but latching on to these sort of ideas and going, okay, wait a minute. There are people we can reach out to. That's what Democrats did with abortion.
Yeah.
They went straight to the pastors. They went straight to the Southern Baptist pastors, and they said, get us in y'all's communities. Think about how they got abortion implemented. Through the church.
Yep. Let that sink in. Seriously.
And it worked.
But hold on, Nick. Who do they appeal to?
Black women.
Hold on. Stop being disrespectful to women. They are demonic creatures. Black women are not women. Black demons. Black females. Okay. So,
this chat will be banned for reasons other than the incitement of violence.
Well, they're horrible. They've aborted more babies than everybody else. They are the least married for a reason. They're horrible in every fucking way. They abuse their kids in the worst ways possible. And here we are, right? Here we are. So, Nick, you look at the fact that the church that's supposed to be, about pro-life, preserving life, and doing, God's work and blah, 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 is pro-abortion. Let that sink in. If you people haven't...
Not all churches.
We're not saying all churches, but
Hashtag
Nick,
not all churches.
No, not all churches. Nick, I go around. You and I have spent enough time in the South to know how the South works. Nick, the way that you control any civilization, any population, you do it through the fucking women. I don't know why people haven't figured this out yet.
Oh, no. That Dick talks about that all the time. Advertising.
Yep.
If you ever wonder, guys, when you're sitting around, you're like, these ads are trash, while you look over at your wife or girlfriend or whatever, and she's crying from an ad, it's because you don't spend the money.
Yep.
I think women make up something like 75% of all consumer purchases.
Yeah. Here's the thing. No. It's women. Here's the thing. Women control almost like 90%. Because remember, if the woman is not spending it, Nick, so prime example, we're saying in most guys' homes, the woman is controlling the finances, right? Like if the guy goes, hey, I feel like buying a new Harley. Nope. But when it comes to her wanting new Bed Bath & Beyond, she gets it. Babe, we need new drapes. I guess I got to do it for the wife. Babe, we need to get the kitchen remodeled. I guess I got to do it for the wife. Anything she says, Nick, go. So thousands of dollars. That's why as the red pills spread, as MGTOW spread, you started seeing what businesses get hit first. Businesses that cater to women and families. Because as men and women go apart, what did you see, Nick? Victoria's Secret struggling. Dave's Bridal filed for bankruptcy. All these clothing department stores.
Right.
So people start going like this. If I need something, I'll just get it ordered from Amazon or whoever, and they just send it to me. Boom. Game over. So what you're seeing, Nick, is if women are controlling so much because they control the social dynamic. Men in general, Nick, just like to go like this. They like to have a simple world. They go like this. I work, I provide, I protect. That's my function, right?
Oh, my favorite thing is when like a lady on Twitter will tweet out a picture of like a folding chair, a TV, a PlayStation, like sitting on a TV tray and nothing else in the room. And they're like, can't believe guys live like this, lol. And it's like, most guys are like, well, yeah, that's literally all I need. I need a sit down, a TV, a video game, and then I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to come home and I just want to relax.
Well, Nick, do you know what? I actually proved this. And this is for all the guys in the chat. Okay, if you didn't have a family, so we got family men out there. If someone said, hey, we want to, we're going to send you to, place X, right, Nick? Whatever job site, whatever your profession is, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to send you somewhere. And they're going to handle your per diem, right?
Yep.
They're going to give you that per diem. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Push a 1 if you would agree to these terms. 2 if you would not agree to these terms. Hey, guys, you can bring your PlayStation or Xbox or your computer or whatever, right? Hey, Nick, you're going to spend the next, how about, you're on a 2-year contract, but you're going to live out in a hotel room. If you guys, this is for the men in the chat, could you or could you not live out a hotel room? Which means you have a shower, a toilet, a TV, internet access, an ironing board, right? And you just do your laundry either at the hotel or somewhere else. Could you live like that? Live out of a hotel for 2 years?
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, without kids.
Well, yeah, remember, yeah. So you don't have, it's just you. As a single man, as a single guy, could you do it?
That's the easiest thing in the world.
Easiest thing in the world.
Someone does your stuff. They come in and make your bed and clean your room. Perfect.
But hey, this is the life that men really, it's minimalist. Ask women, Nick. No! I need space. I need room for my animals. I need random shit that costs money from a man's wallet.
Balls Monkey says, Drex, you are so on the money, my dude. I wish more black men would see that crap ideologies like BLM does absolutely nothing for them and cares nothing for them. Guys, I'm here to report now. When I said that you guys don't know this. I recorded a video at 9:00 tonight. It's going to go up tomorrow morning.
Oh.
It's called Censorship is Here. Twitter censored 2 of Trump's tweets today. Mm-hmm. And suspended his account for 12 hours. Facebook removed Trump's posts today. Mm-hmm. And I said, I thought they were going to wait until inauguration. No, not after today. They've accelerated. Lynn Wood's Twitter account has been suspended. Linwood is gone off of Twitter.
It's over.
Permanent suspension.
Yeah, it's over.
Not a temp ban.
This is what they wanted, right? Nick, isn't this what everybody wanted? Remember? All these people for all these years, they spent more time slaying 13/50. They were talking about some person way over the other side of the world that didn't mean shit, rather than uniting right here in their own country. But hey, this is what you wanted, man. Full socialism. Do you?
See. Sydney Powell is still on Twitter, but I will assume that her account is really high on the chopping block. They're going after everybody. They're going after everybody. So back stuff up now if you want it. If you know of anyone who's at all controversial, they're on the chopping block. By the way, you can find me on Parler. I'm planning on, as this new year progresses, reducing to basically eliminating most of my Twitter interaction. I would love to see people follow me on Parler instead. You can follow me on Parler at what? Ricada Law or Ricada Media? Let me check. I don't even remember. Oh my God. Ricada Law, at Ricada Law on Parler. Follow me over there. Twitter is going to become more and more impossible to maintain for everybody. I know a lot of people are like, they don't care about Lin Wood, and I don't particularly care about Lin Wood, but he's the dipstick, the barometer. He's the canary. Mm-hmm. He's the canary. Trump, Lin Wood, they're going to go after Sidney Powell, and pretty soon it's going to be more and more. It's going to be Matt Walsh. I'm not even a big fan of Matt Walsh. It's going to be Ben Shapiro. It's going to be everybody.
Hold on. Not everybody. Everyone that what? What side?
Well, everyone on the right.
So they're going to be gone. So what will the nation become then, Nick? After the Electoral College after the destruction of the Electoral College, after the destruction of the Constitution, the entire nation will go full blue, right? And then at that point, it's not going to be blue or red anymore, Nick. It's just going to go full authoritarian rule. I've told people this on your show, Nick. You do all of this through women. Women are the key to installing totalitarian rule. It's not men. You don't go through the men. You go through the women. Once you empower them, they're going to vote on what, Nick? A police state and a welfare state, right? Provision of protection. At which point, you're going to put women in office. They're going to outvote you because you believe in democracy, which is stupid. Never believe in a democracy. That's the stupidest thing you can ever fucking believe in. So, what ends up happening, Nick? As everyone gets a voice, right? Do you know what ends up happening? You go like this. Wait, what happened? Well, hold on. I'm doing more than this useless person right here. Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Defund the police. And before you know it, you turn around, Nick, and you go this. My country's gone.
Yep.
Your tax money, that's used for welfare scammers. It's over, man. Game over.
Yep. So that's, just be watching for that video tomorrow. Censorship is here. It's coming.
Oh, that's foul. DSP will be the only one left on Twitter.
Yep.
DSP, the only thing that guy can do is win. All he does is win.
But no, see, I was talking about this on Twitch last night. DSP is, he has the curse of victory. It's like, like one of the Greek tragedy curses or whatever, like Sisyphus, right? He has to push the... DSP will always win, but he will never get the benefit of winning.
No.
Like, it's that paradoxical cursed success where he will be successful, but he'll never be successful from his success. He'll never make enough money. He will always be behind on everything. He will always be down and out.
Those addictions, man.
He's done. Poor guy.
My man's in a wrestling game. I'm like, Nick, do you know when you said I went like this? Like, oh, you serious?
Yeah. It's just 40 grand, though.
40 grand on a wrestling game.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay. 224 Vic says, Drexel, here's two options to save Nick with a pro. Save Nick by smashing AOC and get a door into Congress that will help you save America. Or smash Linda Carter and Harris will resign and Nick becomes Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. So
I smash AOC
and get a door into Congress that will help you save America. So you go into Congress.
Yep.
Or no, you don't go into Congress. AOC is your door into Congress. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you smash Linda Carter and Kamala Harris resigns and I become Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Okay, you would be the better pick because you'd be on the Supreme Court until you die.
Yeah.
So you could have more of an impact. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd still be smashing Linda Carter, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather smash AOC.
This is the sacrifices we must make. Kjell the third sent a donation with no message attached, but then he sent another message here. It says, "I've been literally living out of a hotel in Wisconsin for the past 3 years on and off, and it's great. Best part is I installed my own personal internet in my hotel room. Cheap asses have crap internet for guests." Drex. Man, can you imagine like Spectrum or whatever showing up at the Holiday Inn and be like, "Yeah, we're here to install internet in room 337. Wait, what?
But I got it. I got it.
Okay. Blaine20 says, "It would suck for investors if everyone with a brain deleted their Twitter accounts over the next month and deprived Twitter of ad revenue. Maybe then they'll fire the hobo." I don't think so, though, because Twitter doesn't need your ad revenue because it's got big tech money flowing into it to keep it afloat.
It's already too late.
It's too useful.
What, Nick? Why haven't people figured this out yet? That it's over.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Lord Rothschild, what happened to Lynn Wood? His Twitter account was nuked. That's what happened. He said too much. He said too much, and now that the storming of the Capitol happened, nothing new is happening because of the storming of the Capitol.
No,
it just moved forward 2 weeks. That's all it did.
Pretty much.
That's all it did. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, yeah, Mike Pence did not do anything that people hoped he would do in favor of Donald Trump.
No. Well,
So,
here's the thing, Nick. when are people going to understand? When I said the fix was in, it's over. I don't know why people keep on. No, but he could still. No. It's over. So Nick, do you know what it reminds me of?
people did not want to hear that, though. They didn't want to hear it. That Trump was not going to pull off a miracle 11th hour victory. They didn't want to. I'm telling you, they didn't want to hear it. Because when I would say stuff like that, even though I wanted Trump to win, right? Like I wanted an 11th hour victory or some miracle to happen. Mm-hmm. If you talked about that it wasn't going to happen, like people were yelling at me and saying, "Oh, no, you just don't know, blah, 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 trust the plan." It's like, it's not really about the plan. They're not going to let it happen.
Nick, okay, when someone says, when I say the fix is in, that means you're going to lose no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, have you ever watched a game in sports and you can tell that the game is fixed, right?
I've never watched an Astros game in my life.
You can just look at it, right? And you're like this, oh, this shit is fixed.
Yeah.
If you start seeing mysterious calls, you go like this, because once you're playing against the refs, you can't win, Nick. You just can't. The other team is, because especially in certain sports, right? Like, football and basketball, you just call it cheap fouls, right? I can take your best players out of the game with cheap fouls. In football, the way I win is I go like this. Any play that may be advantageous, nope, it was a holding. Call goes back. So if you make a big play on offense, oh no, your left guard was holding. Shit. So and then on the flip side,
left guard's always holding.
Because
he's left.
This is the way it works, Nick. A fix. When are you guys going to understand that there's a fix? The shadow government, right? We're talking about the deep state. All of their cucks are in power. Biden, Trudeau, Waltz, Smile Fry, Governor, Mayor Fry, right?
Jacob. Call me Jacob. What about Gavin Newsom?
Oh, God.
What about the handsomest Andy Bashir of Kentucky?
Yeah.
AOC. That's what you know. By the way, someone is terrifyingly terrible when the media describes them as a handsome, charismatic leader. Mm-hmm. Like that's Andy Bashir is a.
Look at this clown. I haven't seen him in a while.
They're like, oh, he's so handsome. He's blah blah blah. They're grooming him to be a presidential candidate someday. Oh my goodness. Put Drex's channel in your Parler link in the description. Yeah, I'll do that while Drex is looking up Andy Bashir.
How do you spell his last name?
Bashear. Bash ear. Okay, so here we go. Ada Law. Twitter. No, Parler. Do I not have... I don't have my Parler link in there. That's embarrassing.
This guy? Are you serious?
It's not about what he is. It's about what the media says he is.
Jesus. That's what they call handsome now? Fuck. You know what?
Show me what he's got. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
He's just like a regular white guy.
Well, yeah. The media likes regular white guys.
I guess. Hey, for you ladies in the chat, if you would smash or pass Andy Bashir in Kentucky, or for a special shout out to my girl Fee, smash or pass Mayor Fry. 1 smash, 2 pass. That's for the ladies in the chat.
I've added my Parler account to the description and Drexel's channel to the description. Drexel's channel is the MGTOWN podcast.
Nice.
You can go check it out. Seeing a lot of passes on Andy Bashir.
Yeah, man. Women are not attracted to dudes that look like that, man.
No, the media. That's what I'm saying, though. The media is saying someone is handsome doesn't mean they're handsome. It means they're dangerous.
True. Like Gavin Newsom, right? Like Gavin Newsom by media standard, like he's considered handsome, right?
Right.
He's dashing. He's handsome. The dashing governor of California, Gavin Newsom. Yeah, serious?
Yeah.
Because Nick, he's not there for his credentials, right? What has Gavin Newsom been doing? Shutting shit down, and then
violating his own orders.
And then shutting shit down again, right?
Yep.
And this is what people voted for. All right.
Okay. Well, we're coming up to 1 a.m. already.
We said we'd do a quick show tonight.
And so we've got a bunch of super chats to
we'll
go
through the super chats. Yeah, we put in the tip. We gave you guys a little bit. Nick lubed you up with the leakage from the fridge.
Oh, I missed this chat because it was, damn it. Okay, sorry. There are a couple 20s that I missed from the Justice chats.
Go ahead.
The Dragon's Treasure says, the tea of liberty needs to be guzzled down. You need to brew it before it's lost. Coupon code Nick's Nose has been extended by 2 days till the 8th. Every $50 extends Nick's Nose by a day. Help me fund the revolution. I'll do it myself, I guess. That's thedragonstreasure.com, a haven for tea and anime lovers. If you like tea and or anime, go check out thedragonstreasure.com. Next, we've got Sixth Floor Madness saying, gentlemen, smash, marry, kill question. You ready for this, Drex?
Oh, shit. Oh.
Lorena Bobbitt, Caitlyn Jenner, and Tess Holliday. And killing yourselves is not an option, you cowards. Okay. I think you got to kill Lorena Bobbitt.
No, because that means you still got to smash or marry Caitlyn Jenner.
No, Tess Holliday.
Wait.
You smash Tess Holliday and you marry Caitlyn Jenner for the money.
Wait, is it implied that you have to smash your wife or husband?
No. It can be a sexless marriage.
Would you marry Tess Holliday?
Would I marry Tess Holliday? No, I'd be eating in my sleep. No, that's what I said. I'd marry Caitlyn Jenner.
Would you eat Tess Holliday's groceries while she eats the cake from the center?
I'm not even answering the question or looking at you ever again. Okay. Ange says, who are the biggest cucks in gaming? MMORPG subscribers paying for free-to-play mobile games or throwing money at game streamers? So MMO subscribers paying for free-to-play mobile games or throwing money at game streamers. I think it's the mobile games.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Just like in a general sense, like
it's paying for mobile games is like, because people do it like $2 at a time, they don't realize that they've spent like $600 on a game.
I'm glad you brought that up. My daughter.
Yeah.
Fucking Roblox, bro. Nick, did I tell you that one of her Christmas presents was a $50 gift card for Roblox, right?
It was gone in like a day.
Not a day, a minute. Do you know how she spent it?
How's that?
She got it.
Yeah.
Looked at it. $50. Spent it between herself and your kids.
Yeah. Wrecked.
Like, just, yeah. Let's buy new skins. Gone. I'm like, Nick, how much money do you think I spent on Roblox?
$50.
Well, total I've spent.
I said $50.
Nick, I've probably spent
Like 500.
I've probably spent $250.
Yeah,
Somewhere in that range.
that's how it does it.
$10 here, $5. Yeah, but it's a new skin. It's a this. Like, have you heard about these Fortnite people? Why do you think Fortnite is free, Nick?
Oh yeah, they pay tons
Mom,
of money.
I want the new dance. What?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to get the Carlton dance.
$2.99 at a time or whatever.
Oh my God, I can do that. My hand's been fucked up since Christmas Eve, and I can actually snap my finger.
Nice.
Damn.
Kirith says, have you ever considered Devin Nash as a guest? He takes a marketing perspective to controversies, mainly Twitch, and he released a video today dissecting cancel culture and how people like Trump and the MSM use it to their advantage. Interesting viewpoints. No, but only because I've never heard of him. So, but I would. Ange says Twitch bans words like incel, simp, virgin, and then bans the one Twitch emote I like, PogChamp. Oh yeah, they banned the emote of this guy PogChamp because the tweet of the guy it's based on said something related to MAGA that they called incitement of violence. Why do people support these dumb woke censorship sites again? So there's a Twitch emote of a guy, and the guy that is the emote said something that they decided was inciting violence on Twitter, so Twitch deleted the emote. Yeah. Bullcut Nationalist says Democrat senators are accusing all Republicans who want to investigate the election fraud with sedition and are asking for them to be charged with treason. Reminder, there are no political solutions, and Drex was right about where this country is headed. Yep, I did a video on that earlier today. Who is it? Cori Bush, the lady Cori Bush. She's pushing to have Republican congressmen removed from Congress for objecting to the electoral vote. Something that is a legal process.
She'll do it. So this is how this is going to work. The left will win 100%. I told you, Nick. I told you exactly where this country was headed.
If they move fast enough,
they can do it.
That's the thing. That's what Obama failed to do.
Yep.
2008 to 2010, Obama had everything.
Yep.
And didn't move as fast as he should have because he thought they weren't going to lose. There's no way we're going to lose in 2010. Well, they got stomped in 2010. I don't know if they're going to make that mistake again.
They won't.
So
they See, here's the thing, Nick. I'm that dude who, like, I don't have to agree with somebody to admire their perseverance and all that, right? So I can look at the left, Nick, and go like this. I don't agree with this progressivism bullshit, right? However, I can go like this. Because everything that they've wanted, they've passed. Nick, they haven't lost a battle. Not one. And I'm like, Nick, I look at what the deep state has done, Nick, and the destruction of the nuclear family, all the Marxist indoctrination. All I can do is applaud them. Because while I was trying to get people to join forces, you know what people said, Nick? Nah, man. They were more concerned about skin color, religious affiliation. Nick, you and I have very, very differing views on lots of shit.
Yep.
But our core value system is exactly the fucking same. It's exactly the same. So I don't look at, like, I can't look at you and be like this. You know what? Nick is my enemy because there's something that we disagree on. No. What is it that is the thing that you go like this? This is what I hold dear, right? Yeah. Civil liberties, things like this, right? The fact that people don't care, Nick, all they care about is, you pray to a different God than me. You pray, you are affiliated with this party. It's like, can you just look at the big picture? But they don't want to.
Nope.
They're that stupid, man. It is what it is.
Anthony James says, hide your wives, hide your kids, teach your family to wear full body personal protective equipment. The Bidening has begun. Hide your kids, especially with Biden around. Mario Carter 13 says, to the tune of Rihanna in Kermit voice, I don't know what song this is. Pay me what you owe me. Don't act like you forgot. Mitch better have my money. Kieran says, sent a chat before stream accidentally. Guess I'm the new porn star. Just want to be sure you read it. Yeah, I think I just did. Yep. What do we got here? These Hands says, let's get Louis Laveau on this glorious show of yours. We all need a sermon from Pastor Louis. I talked to him on Twitter earlier today. We're going to set something up probably next week. So, he reached out on Twitter. I said, let's make it happen. Crusader Saracen says, a lot of Trump supporters are about to learn what it means when you take a shot at the king and miss. Speaking of The Wire, Drex, can you please do your best Clay Davis impression and say, shit?
Oh, the only problem is I've never seen The Wire, though. But I mean, I can
Here,
always...
let me help you. It goes like this. Shit.
You know what? I gotta. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, Nick. You know, I'm trying to be off for the rest of the entire month, and I'm almost there.
You've got to watch The Wire. It's so good.
When I get back from Colombia, I'm gonna make an effort to. It's on Prime, right?
Just type in right now, like, just search for Clay Davis shit.
I literally just type in
Clay Davis, and then maybe SEHEIT.
Of course.
And then I want to hear you do this impression.
Let me see. Clay Davis. Well, I type in The Wire. The Wire.
You could just type in Clay Davis and SH. I guarantee you.
Well, there's a meme. Oh, here it is. Let's see.
There's got to be a video of it.
Yeah, it's 9 seconds. So it must be him.
That's like every time he said it in the show.
Yeah. So,
it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, but you know that's the norm in the black community.
Okay,
like,
so
if you say something crazy, like
drop a shit.
Prime example, like Nick, ask me if I ever marry a black woman.
Would you marry a black woman?
Shit. You fucking crazy? No.
Crusader Saracen says, oh wait, no, I just read that one. Cal Clay says, guys, look up Assembly Bill A416. Cuomo is nuts. Sorry, Nick. I need to shout this out hard and often until it becomes talked about. Assembly Bill A416. I don't know what that is. Mario Carter 13 says, Republicans lose when they go full Romney, just like the Democrats, but shittier. I know Nancy is offering you $2,000 and a blowjob, but if you vote for Mitch, you'll get $600 and a knife in the back. Why do we keep losing? Mexican Man and Cheese says, I see people on the right say all the violence from their side is a psyop, while I see people on the left claim their violence didn't even happen. This country is dead. Balkanization is the only way. Sad thing was probably our enemy's goal all along. Mr. Y Voice. We're no strangers to love. Drex knows the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down, buddy. There you go. That's for you. Flandre Scarlett says, in 6 hours, DC police killed more protesters with live rounds during a riot than all police departments during the entirety of all the Floyd riots. Welcome to 2021. Don't expect any sunset clauses this time around. Yeah. Night of Hopex says, hey, you remember our Mexican standoff about everything will be fine and bullshit? Yo, what do I win? Nah, I'm teasing, buddy. I never wanted to be right about any of this. Hope I can manage to live out my natural life without catching lead now. He also says, Johnny Cochran is dead, Drex. I don't think Drake can get any legal advice from OJ.
No, look. I told you, the legal advice is the isotoners. Nick, OJ was an innovator.
Edris Rex says, speaking of up your game, Pornhub, they removed 90% of what I liked, so I'm back to writing my own porn. Silver lining is that I'm more or less back in form with my writing. I've been watching Punisher.
Go ahead. Go on.
Did you see the episode where they went to that guy's photography studio?
No, wait, is that season
2?
I must have missed that scene. I saw the weight room scene.
The weight room scene was horrific.
Hold on. Okay, what episode is the scene you're talking about? Like, is that
7 or 8? It's like it's either the next one or the one after.
Then I must. That's the next episode I'm gonna watch because my brother's seen all of it.
Man, he finds a shady video producer, and Frank is just like whole time. Like,
what did you think? Like, okay, do you remember in Daredevil when we first meet the Punisher? And he goes into the video store, right? Or no, not a video store. It was like a pawn shop kind of place.
Yeah.
And he gets the police radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's leaving, and the guy starts. You remember that, don't you? He goes, "Hey, can I get interested in anything else?" And he starts saying, I got all kinds of. He starts talking about the porn he has, right? He goes,
yeah.
I got Goes, I got Granny, back door, Bill. He goes, or maybe like something younger. She's barely 12.
Frank's
stop.
face. Yeah.
Nick, this dude has it. He goes, ha, my man, that's my man. He thinks Frank is about to come back and do business with him. Nick.
Yep.
Nope. Got him.
Azurian says, looks like they passed up challenging Pennsylvania. They're done.
They're done.
After the Capitol Hill storming,
It's over.
There was no longer going to be support for any of those things.
Nope.
It was over. It was over. Mr. Y says, Drexel, help. I'm stuck in the couch and I need you to pull me out. Why are you unzipping your pants? Crusader Saracen says, Drex, you walk into your house and you see Fleece Johnson. He says, I likes you and I wants you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. What's it gonna be? What do you do?
Oh, you gotta take Felice's life, man.
Tree of
You never get your cheeks taken, man. Just don't do it.
Tree of Liberty says, I'm thirsty. Does anybody know how you water the Tree of Liberty? With the blood of tyrants. Crusader Saracen says, have you seen all of the new designs for 3D printed guns? Under a Biden administration, it looks like your old screenplay of a mob who deals with 3D printed guns instead of booze will be prescient. Yeah,
Nick, how prophetic.
I'm buying a 3D printer soon.
Nick, how prophetic though. Okay, do you remember when we talked about the treatment for that script? And we were like, Nick, in the future, what would be like the thing? Because you always have to have something that is pushing a black market, right?
Yep.
It doesn't matter what that thing is. There has to be something that pushes it, and it affects all of society, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's information, right? Like in the V for Vendetta world, it was more about thought. They were all about the thought police, right? Like they wanted to control thought, and they restricted the freedoms. And V was basically trying to push for the freedom of the mind, right?
Right.
And in Prohibition era, it wasn't so much about your freedom. It was there's a good that needs to get brought around because who took it away, Nick? Who was out there? It was the Karens. But guys don't want to say this because, they're too fucking cucked. So, Nick, in our script, we were like, what could it be? What would be the one thing? Because, you remember, Nick, it was 2003, 2004 at that time? We were trying to think, like, what would be the thing?
Yeah.
Guns. They're coming for your guns.
They've been coming for a while.
They're about to succeed. The Democrats are going to, Nick, they're going to go full Stalin.
Before my grandpa died, he gave me a hunting rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a note in there about how people always say they're coming for your guns, but in his lifetime, they never did. So don't worry about it. And I just smiled, And now it's like, it's like, I'm glad you didn't live to see this.
No, do you know what's crazy?
Because he believed they never would. Of course they won't. Of course they won't.
Do you know? Let me ask you something, Nick. Have you ever gotten the sense that you wish you could have lived and died before you saw everything go to shit? You ever had that feeling? Because you got 5 kids.
Yeah.
Don't you kind of wish like you could have lived in a time where like you would have never none of this shit would have happened. You'd have been like this. I got to grow up, grow old. I saw my kids grow, and I got grandchildren. And as I'm about to be laid to rest in this casket, I think America's there's some problems, but I think it's in the good enough hands where it can work through its problems, right? You can't say that now, right? Because the nuclear family's gone, so
Yep.
goodbye fathers and masculinity. So as you look, Nick, you go like this, you said it was your grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Nick, he'd be turning over in his grave if he saw the shit that's coming right now. He'd be like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
Gucci fashion show? Guys in dresses? The fuck is this?
Silky Johnson says, R.I.P. America, we had a good run. Instead of the grifty reboot, we apparently are getting the commie AIDS-filled cock-in-the-ass reboot. I just hope the traitors like Pence and others are put up against the wall first in Minecraft. They deserve it all. They won't be. There will be no wall. Nightmare FD3S says, glad to see both gender equality being dished out and white female privilege being denied in 2021. Damn. What do you guys think of the 180-day potential UFO disclosure info release stuck into the stimulus relief bill? Kanye, a super simp. No, there's no UFO release that's going to happen. Like that won't happen. It's back to business as usual. Nothing like that's coming out. That's going to be their mantra, by the way. That's what they're going to bill everything that's coming as is this is back to what it was now that Trump's gone. And they're going to be doing all sorts of stuff that is way farther left than anything we've had. And they're going to be like, no, this is what it was like before that evil Donald Trump was in office.
Do you remember what I told, that you had a subscriber ask the question about, what guys are going to do? And I told him that, if you're on a college campus, Nick, because remember, Me Too kind of died out in 2020, right? Due to, the coof, right?
Yeah.
All that shit ended.
Although Amber Heard is now suing Johnny Depp.
I did. I heard about that. She's going to win. She's going to win because she's a woman, an attractive white woman. So, Nick, Me Too is about to go full blast this year. Once Kamala Harris gets in office.
Yep.
If you thought it was bad before to be a dude, if you thought having a dick meant, oh man, I'm getting persecuted, just you wait, Nick. It's gonna be completely game over. Like men are gonna be like fifth class citizens. Like men will be beneath a fucking dog and a cat.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have more rights than you, Nick. They have more rights now. If a woman walks up and kills a dog right now, she does not get away from that. She kills a man, yeah,
we'll see. Oh, sorry. I had to say hi to someone in chat.
Oh.
Okay. We've got these other ones. Sky Hime says, hey there. It's January 6th, 2020. It's 2021. Radically Moderate Live Streams says, I received a community strike for showing a deep fake of Kamala singing Bad Boys Dressed Like a Cop.
Oh.
It was for impersonation. I don't get it. Really?
You can't be funny anymore, man.
They community striked you for that? That's bogus. Oh my god.
Go watch V for Vendetta. You remember, was that Gordon, was that the talk show host guy? Remember, Nick, he thought he was going to do some funny shit with the chancellor? How'd that go over for him?
Doesn't go out.
And that was that.
Wolfgang Deo says, everything is fine. Things will be civil from here on out. Just wait a bit until the chaos dies down a bit. Things are likely good. Smiley face. Maddie P on the road says, thanks for what is sure to be the most objective coverage. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Scott Everard says she was absolutely attractive and white. This is in regards to the woman who was shot. Joshua Vidrine says, Nick, I know you want no conflict because you like comfort and safety for your family. Other men will go out and deep clean the government for you. I hope you mean with actual legitimate cleaning materials and the mess that was made in the Capitol building today. That is the cleaning you're talking about. Cleaning up the clutter. Amateur Ant says, I saw a video a few hours ago of state police bussing in Antifa to infiltrate the rally. Jalfum says, do you gentlemen see the MAGA people form their own party and bury the Republican establishment down?
No.
No, I don't. Because
don't have the resources.
And the here's the problem with any third party. The Republican and Democrat parties control the debates. They control the advertising rules. They control the handshake agreements. And this isn't like some conspiracy thing. This is actually how it happens. And if you wanted an example of what that looks like, you look in 1992 when Ross Perot gets 5% of the vote and gets to participate in a debate. And everybody on stage has to deal with Ross Perot. And they're like, what the hell do we do with this guy? What did they do? Well, next time they have to have 10% polling before they can be in a debate.
Yep.
And we haven't had an independent in a debate since.
That's right.
The Republicans and the Democrats control the rules. The Republican Party and the Democrat Party are the only entities on earth allowed to directly give a candidate more than $2,400 in an election cycle. No one else can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make any sense why they can. They can give them millions of dollars.
That's right.
No limit. They won't let you.
They
won't
almost
let
killed
you do
Ross
it.
Perot. He's worn hardcore. He backed off.
If you if the MAGA group can take over the Republican Party from within and keep the name Republican, I think they might have a chance. But splitting off, if you split off, the Republican Party will not let you. It's not like the Whigs. They've rigged the rules. Cal Clay says, Nick, did you get my Streamlabs chat about New York City and Cuomo's trying to get concentration camps set up? I sent it over the weekend. Did you get it? No, maybe. I don't know. Is that about that assembly bill? A412 or whatever? My Streamlabs doesn't go back far enough to see it, unfortunately. But did you send one today? Yeah. Assembly bill A416. A416. I didn't get your one over the weekend, but I did get your one today. Bad Dragonite says the real losers in this situation are the cops. Jay Benson 92 says, did you see Japan had a Trump rally today?
No shit.
That's great.
Wow.
I did not see that, but that's hilarious. Radically Moderate Livestream says, NPR said maybe the woman was doing terrible things and deserved to be shot. Wait, NPR said that? Referring to Ashley, my old YouTube channel was deleted. Sub, please, for real news. Okay, guys, check out Radically Moderate live streams for some news. I watched the video. She wasn't doing anything terrible that I saw. It looked like a suspect shoot. I mean, shouldn't have been in there doing stuff, but also shouldn't have been shot. Like, Scott Everard says, will she be a villain who got what's coming for loving Trump? Will she be a hero for being a white woman, or will it be Trump's fault somehow? Oh, it's Trump's fault somehow. That's easy.
All of this is his fault. That's going to be the way it's portrayed.
It's already portrayed.
It's over.
They're going, guys. Trump is going to get 25th Amendment removed or impeached. He has less than 2 weeks, and they will fast track that shit. Highest priority. They've been wanting to impeach Trump since he took office. Now they will get their impeachment.
And Republicans are going to let them do it.
Republicans are going to vote with them.
Yep.
Mitt Romney will vote with them.
Yep.
Murkowski will vote with them. They only need one.
It's over.
They only need one.
It's over.
So, Inquisitor Matthias says, I condemn the Capitol Hill storming, but Congress and the courts made the situation, and this is just a consequence. I agree. Well, I would add the media did too. Appeal to Heaven Mag says, is this true? By Debbie Jorgado's interview with Maria Zach on YouTube at America Can We Talk? I have no idea. Oh, are you saying, is this true is the title of the show? Could be. Could be. Trump, someone said, Pimp Poppy says, I think Trump should pardon Snowden now. Trump should pardon his family now.
Yeah.
He should pardon Ivanka, Eric, Donald Jr., Jared Kushner. He should pardon everybody that is related to him now for any and all federal crimes now contemplated or that they may have committed up until this point. He won't have much time left to do it.
Agreed.
Let's see. Archimedes says SCOTUS is just as corrupt as Congress. Funny Valentine 2020 says, hey, Nick, repeating a question I asked in a prior stream. Any actual potential legal issues for Trump from today? Or is it all smoke to further destroy future chances of Trump succeeding in D.C.? The actual potential legal issues from today is that Trump has lost the support that he had from the few people who were kind of pretending to hang on for clout. Today's stuff gave them the permission they've been looking for.
Today was their out.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that they're justified in getting that out. I'm saying they were looking for something like this to justify to themselves to stop supporting him. Without that support, impeachment, political prosecution once he's out of office. Amateur Ant says the Bible is real. Revelation talks about the mark of the beast and how you can't buy and sell without it. It's the vax. It's the mark of the beast. The elites want a one world government to consolidate their control over us peasants.
It's already here. People haven't figured this out yet. It's over. Nick, over. Done. Yeah, this is what you guys wanted, man.
Mr. Schwaggins asks, how can you pardon a crime that hasn't been charged yet? Because you can. That's actually one beautiful part of the pardon power. You can charge, or you can pardon anything. Stuff that hasn't been charged, stuff that hasn't been prosecuted, or stuff that has been prosecuted. Cal Clay says, hey, Nick, Drex, how much money for video of you and Drex reacting to the things Dr. Bright is not allowed to do? SCP list about Deadpool-like character in the SCP universe.
I haven't heard about that.
Are you familiar with SCP stuff? called Secure, Contain, Protect, I think is the acronym. And it's like basically a crowdsourced, creepy story archive. Like people write stories within this sort of common, like a common creative community. Creative Commons license, I guess is what it's called. But
I haven't heard of that.
Oh. I don't know, man. I have no idea. The gray one says, this whole event I took as a net negative. This is going to erode our rights. Make no mistake, family was destroyed by politics. I ask you, Nick, do you see a recourse or are we doomed AF? I tend to be hopeful that we're not doomed, but in the short term, things are going to be real bad. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong on that.
You're very wrong.
I'm just being optimistic.
Hold on. So let me ask you this.
Oh, God.
Let me play devil's advocate.
You don't have... No, playing devil's advocate's my side.
Watch this. So you believe that there's hope, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So every civilization starts and ends in the family structure, right?
Sure.
Okay. So how's the nuclear family coming back?
Yeah, it's not.
So if you can acknowledge it won't come back, and there's no... Masculinity is gone, right? Like okay, for every guy that is masculine, you have how many beta cuck manginas that are weak-wristed wearing skinny jeans, right?
Yeah.
Sipping fucking latte. When these guys, Nick, when you want to drink, right? You want something on the rocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys have blue pills as ice cubes. They go like this, and they throw them in there and let it dissolve into their fucking liquid. That's how soy these dudes are.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, it's over. Because the only people that are going to fight back against a tyrannical government, whether they have weapons or not, Nick, are masculine men. Women will lay down due to their hypergamy and solipsism and self-serving interests. They will lay down for whoever is in power. Doesn't matter who that is, whether it's a government, a person, whatever, right? So they're going to lay down. The only people that can fight back are gone. This was the goal all along. But of course, if you know that, you know. If you don't, Nick, it's over. If the family is gone, Nick, you can't rebuild a civilization. It's gone. It's over. I've been saying this. Like, Nick, when I go on your show and I tell people, I go, if you want to know where you're headed, just look at the black community. Look at the Native Americans. You want to know where you're headed? Welfare dependency. What is the nature of welfare dependency, Nick? Dependency upon the state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where's all this headed? Okay, watch this. Let's say you're a white guy. Let's say you're a white woman.
Oh, thank God. It would be great to be white.
It'd be great, right? Let's say you're sitting there and you go like this. But before the quarantine, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I do for self? I own my own business. I run a bar. Someone else goes, I run a restaurant. We're doing great. Well, that was last year. Fast forward to this year. Hey, Nick, do you know who they're going to be dependent upon? Because remember, they're going to be in debt, right?
Yep.
Who are they in debt to?
Banks and then government.
They're one and the same.
Yep.
So the state, you are going to be a fucking serf, a slave to the state. It's over.
Mega Matt ZX says, I have a feeling that we might be steps away from another civil war because of this. The thing is, there won't be a civil war in the way that there was. It won't look the same. We may already be in it. There's plenty of argument that we've been in a civil Cold War, I mean, for even a decade. Cars in Depth says, can the IRS prosecute 80 million people? No, but they can prosecute you.
You know you ain't right.
That's the problem,
right?
You
know you ain't right.
Because that's how it always goes, right? Well, they can't get all of us. It's like...
But you get that letter. Fuck, how'd they find me? Child support.
They can't shoot all 10,000 of us. No, we can get 100.
We can get it. We can get enough.
Florian Eischatten says, German here. Socialism brought World War II upon the world. Stalin and Mao were no better. But yeah, let's embrace it again. Yep. Non-Zero Demon 77 says, hey guys, any advice on rejecting the black pill? You got to have hope, buddy. That's it.
Shit!
Archimedes says,
you're crazy.
Nick, apparently Trump has gone to Texas at a defense base. Air Force One flight path apparently there. Ominous tweets about a coup happening. The coup is going to be enacted through the 25th Amendment.
Yep.
Inquisitor Matthias says, honestly, the Starship Troopers vote system is the way to go. Service guarantees citizenship. Why so serious says, why can Democrats storm and take over Capitol buildings without criticism, Wisconsin and Texas, but Republicans doing it is sedition? Is the media. Svenger McSpazzy says, sad things aside, we have a check to their Senate and that we still have the judiciary. and we gain seats in the House as well. Good luck court packing. They don't need to court pack. They just need to threaten the court. Ask FDR.
Yep.
He didn't actually pack the court. He just needed to threaten it. But make no mistake, they have enough votes in the Senate to pack the court. They only need 51. Harry Reid. That's how ACB was in. They only need 51 votes. Harry Reid got the nuclear option in. Andrew War Snowboard says, I'm going to Florida later this month. Not sure how I feel about returning. I wouldn't want to come back to Minnesota if I didn't live here. Guru for Hire says, Kansas Broadsword Massacre was a thing. Cars in Depth says, is Drex familiar with the Kevin Samuels average at bestial dialogue?
Oh, God, yes. Nick, it's beautiful.
Lots of black men getting red-pilled. Lone Wolf Otaku says, yeah, we figured he was screwed. He had been paying his ex cash up until he lost his job in Georgia, and she reported that he had never paid at all. Never pay child support in cash unless you are handing it to a government employee with a receipt. Cal Clay says, Drex, are you Milo's black BF?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
And where all guns at today? Mine are in a lake. I don't know. I've never even heard of a gun before.
You sound like Mad Black Atheist.
Never even seen a gun in my life. Never heard of it. Andrew Ward, that man was a felon, admitted to owning a gun on a live stream.
On a live stream.
Andrew War Snowboard says, Drexel, are you ready for President Terry Crews Mountain Dew Camacho?
Oh, yeah. Idiocracy is coming. The black community has given you the template for what to expect.
Idiocracy's already.
Nick, it's been dumb. Now, I've told you about, my daughter's distance learning and just how dumbed down all this shit is. Nick, I just want people to accept that it's over. I don't understand how people don't accept that. So, Nick, once you accept that something is over, what do you do next? You strategize how to navigate, right?
How to navigate and protect your own.
So rather than sitting here going like this, no, still have hope. No. You're wasting time having that mentality. You gotta go like this. It's over.
You can do both at the same time. You can have hope for a better tomorrow, but plan for a terrible today. Pop Tart says, God must love stupid people because he sure made a lot of them. Big ups to you and Drex, though. Cal Clay says, laughs chat for a while. Gonna be arrested soon or claiming do maskless red reason. Drex, black people I work with okay with new slavery if it saves lives. WTF.
Black people are useless. I've been telling you this.
Why So Serious says, why can any undocumented crossing the border, any man wanting to use a woman's bathroom find standing, but a state suing another state can't? Because the court wasn't going to deal with it. When you say that the right has the judiciary, someone said that earlier, we still have the judiciary. I mean, we kind of do on a few issues. But when it mattered, we didn't.
But Nick, watch this. If the opposite were the case, so just reverse it, right?
You mean if it was 6-3 liberals on the court and Biden was claiming voter fraud, would they have taken the case? They would have made a case.
Yep.
They would have created one. They would
who's...
They would have decided to abscond jurisdiction from another court if it mattered.
Okay, so people can say whatever they want about the left. Can you be honest, Nick? Would you ever consider the left considered to be cucks?
No.
I say no.
No.
They're alpha as fuck. The left is alpha.
They stand by their guns all the time.
All the time.
They will stand. Republicans will always back down and capitulate.
Always.
The left they don't capitulate. They just wait. And when they wait loudly.
Yep.
And they keep pushing it. But if you tell Republicans, they're like, oh, well, we couldn't get the bill passed. Then write another one. Introduce it every day until they'll keep denying it. Introduce it every day anyway. The Democrats do. And then guess what? They win.
They never lose. So that's what Nick, I applaud them. I can't be, Nick, how can you be mad at someone for persevering, right? Even if they're persevering at doing something evil. It's like, at least the person, what are you doing, right? Like, Nick, that's always my question. If you consider yourself a conservative, right? And you're looking over like this, look, what are you actually doing? Like anyone who considers themselves a conservative, what are you doing? Are you trying to get new people into your party? Are you trying to do X, Y, Z? Because if all you do is go like this, Nick, I believe in the amendment in the Constitution. Yeah, it's good for you, but Nick, that ain't going to be winning. That's not the winning strategy that the left has been using in indoctrinating, right?
Yep. They started young.
Yep.
Mario Carter 13 says, step up your game, Drex. Bang for no buck. Michael Lashley says, I sigh at the conservative commentators on Twitter who are here today, gone tomorrow with Trump. Their dreams aren't going to come true with Republicans who object to votes because of primaries. Backgoat says, only Drex can make us ignore Chair. Impressive. Here's a fin for my little buddy Chair. Megamat ZX says, to answer the Nicole Young question, I'd say hard pass. Monica's personal fucking fiance says, I may not be married, but my engagement will outlast any marriage.
Damn.
Zalcor 07 says, we mourn as the flame of liberty burns no longer. Midnight Aristocrat says, Nicole Young got that 90s Batman jawline. What was Dre thinking?
Damn.
Ransu says, Drex, what's the point of your Christmas stream? Was the point of your Christmas stream that women are sex bots and shouldn't have rights? I'm not sure if I understood it.
I don't know where that came from.
Solid Redfield says, did you hear about the one guy who dropped trow and dumped ass on Pelosi's desk?
Oh.
Gross. Layman Russ says, be men, stay armed, get married, don't be scared.
Michael, wait, whoa.
You disagree, but we're moving through the chats here. Everybody on Earth knows you disagree, even the new people, because you've disagreed 38 times in this stream. It's okay. We covered it earlier. Michael Chiasson says, Drex, do you have a channel? You two are effing amazing. Michael, yeah, his channel is in the description, the MGTOwn podcast.
Yeah, just started a month ago. I was a week ago, a month ago.
Yeah.
It's been a fun time.
Reginald Hughes says, any bet we go to war in a Biden presidency? It sounds like the safest bet I've ever heard. Mo says, if Biden had lost the election, do you think he would have given concession speech or launched multiple election lawsuits like Trump did? It depends if they could credibly argue, and by credibly, I mean by their own standard of credibility. If they could just allege that there was fraud, they absolutely would. Mm-hmm. They absolutely would have. They were prepared to do it. Everybody seems to forget that the Democrats were the one saying there was going to be rampant fraud and foreign interference in this election until they won.
Yep.
Then they didn't say it ever again.
Correct.
But that was the 2 months leading up to the election. Oh, man, we got to be prepared. Hillary told Biden, do not concede under any circumstances. They were prepped for this. Mm-hmm. Mark Elias would have been on the other side of all these lawsuits. He was ready for it. Meester Brown says, I sent a message earlier, had perspective, typed and lost 3 messages determining how short to keep my response. I just think y'all get it. Yeah, I think we do. We get it. Immature Ant says, MGTOW is going to keep growing. Soulblade says, babe, we need to get the kitchen remodeled. I guess I got to do it for the wife. Drex calls him Simpson Cucks. Wait, didn't Rackets just remodel a kitchen? That was an insurance claim. Literally, like, my floor was destroyed and my cabinets were uneven from the buckling. It had to be done. It wasn't, like, that wasn't, if it were up to me, I would not have done it. There was no reason to disrupt my life for 4 freaking months.
Yeah, man, it was rough.
Medieval, welcome to Lawyer Status. Welcome to the channel. Appreciated. The Physicality channel says her name was Ashley Babbitt. Rhinosaurus Rex says, I'm still planning on joining the Marines within a few months. However, in light of all that's happening, I dread what may become of our armed forces.
Oh, they're done too. Mario
Carter 13 says, you spend $600 because you do it $2 at a time. Amateur Ant says, if you can get out of the USSA, get out ASAP anywhere south of the border. Robert Barnes says, great video earlier today on DC. Hey, thanks. Is that the Robert Barnes? Got the same picture. I appreciate it. Even if you're not the real Robert Barnes, I appreciate it. Jillian Seed says, I think Trump people are going to purge GOPE. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, man, I lost. There we go. Almond John 1 second account says, what do you all think the state of the country would be in if Hillary had won instead of Trump?
I think it would have been more similar to where Obama's America was going, which is like more of like the whole like trans thing, more of the...
I honestly think it would have been more stable because the left wouldn't have needed to disrupt.
That's in a status quo. Okay, whatever Obama looked like, it would have just been more of that. You hear about some things in the Middle East, right? You hear about something in the Middle East.
Yep.
Sort of.
There'd be some sort of specter of war going on somewhere.
Yep, somewhere.
But things at home would have been more stable.
Yep.
This COVID thing would not have. I don't think
never happened.
We would have this shit would have stayed in Asia.
It would have stayed in Asia. Yep.
Like SARS did. SARS somehow didn't cross the border very well.
It'd be wars. It'd be foreign wars, which would go ahead and further bankrupt the country. So it would just bankrupt the country in a different way. Is basically all that happened.
Yeah, but I think it would have been more stable. Not because like the left has good policy. They wouldn't have needed to disrupt Trump. That was the goal of the instability. Yep. It's that's what I'm getting at here, is that they wouldn't have had riots because they would have been empowered. They wouldn't have felt the need to riot. Solvis says, when will Drex have Minister Jap on the MGTOW podcast? Got to educate the people about these German shepherds, black women.
Oh, man. Nick, that dude is legendary.
Okay.
Minister Jap he's fucking quality, man. Shout out to Minister Jap. That's my dude.
Trainer Red says, so where's a good place to move to as a libertarian woman when the witch hunts begin? I want some good future options ready. I don't know. I don't know where you go.
Women can go anywhere because they can always sell themselves.
I don't think that was the goal of that chat.
That's what all women are going to eventually have to do. It's what happened throughout history.
I don't know. Poland, that's where I'd be going. Like, honestly, if I were going to leave America right now, I would probably go to Poland. But that's me. Hubbo with a shotgun says, it's time for the right and for the libertarians, the ones who aren't just holding snack trays in their bumpkin retreats, to trample the left. Time to forge a new republic. Cemetery Lady says, I'm done with any political party at this point. I'm looking for property deep in the woods and burying my nose in the Bible. The end times are here, so might as well bunker down and watch the world burn. Michael Chiazan says, I'm just so worried they're going to euthanize my son because he is autistic, or my daughter because she is related to someone who is. Thank y'all for fighting. Look, protect your kids. Timothy Reaper says, Trump surprised him in 2016. They don't plan on letting it happen again. Talix001 says, if an unarmed BLM protester was shot and killed today, do you think DC would be on fire right now with Dems and media cheering them on? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any question about that. Mm-hmm. Bad Dragonite says, apparently Pence unfollowed Trump on Twitter. Lamau.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Pence flipped that script real hard.
But he had to. Because, Nick, remember, for his own political career, right? He had to be like, yo, look, I saved the ship as long as I could, guys. I got to go back to Indiana. It is what it is.
Wilson Fisk says, Churchill reflected in his memoirs that they fought the wrong enemy following WW2. Was Uncle A right? Uncle A?
Must be
Adolf Hitler?
Yeah. Well, he was going against Zionists. That's okay. So that's the real story that they don't tell you. Because, Nick, you know I've talked about this before. The way that history is written is that whoever is the victor writes the book, right? That's why they're never the bad guy. And some people were criticizing me about some of the things I said on the channel about my views of World War II. I fully understand what the real history behind World War II was, like who Hitler was actually going after, right? Mm-hmm. So Hitler was going after Zionists, the Zionist government, so the deep state. So I get what Hitler was doing. He wasn't going to win, but it is what it is. And when you got guys like Churchill, and Churchill was paid. He was paid by the same special interests. And you know what the thing is, though, Nick? None of it matters anyway.
Yeah.
None of it. Well, you know, to piggyback, Nick, that person that asked, like, where can they go? Hey, watch this. Hey, Nick, in one world government, is there anywhere you can go to escape the Matrix?
No.
So it doesn't matter where you live? Nick, it's going to be the same laws and rules everywhere.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got Golden Earth God says Trump is in Abilene, Texas at the National Defense Command Center. The military has his back. Also 45-ish days from now, February 21st, 23rd, fun stuff coming. Dr. Teeth says, one of my customers just informed me that the police are out looking for someone who's running around the neighborhood shooting people. Well, that's nice. Bad Dragonite says, I've been informed that Pence didn't unfollow him. Robert Stratton says, remember, kids, you can make money when the market goes down, too. Amateur Ant says, this Kung Flu vax is new, and it's an RNA vax, very different from the vax we had when we went to elementary school. It changes your DNA. Look it up. Superstitious Oblivious B says, Nancy Pelosi Ultra Alpha. Lord Phaeton says, how is your nation so ready to break its own laws? Canadian Native American asking. I mean, I don't know. It depends what law you're talking about. Cal Clay says, at work, unemployment is EI and medical reason void. Snark Marks says, Drex, you say black people are useless, but also blamed racial divisions for right-wing ineffectiveness. Please clarify.
I blamed what?
Racial divisions for right-wing ineffectiveness.
No. They're just a byproduct. Like, so here's the thing. What happened to blacks was 100% the fault of black women. The destruction of the nuclear family, the black nuclear family, comes 100% on the shoulders of black women. The only thing that the left did, Lyndon Baines Johnson, is that they came in, Nick, dangled the welfare carrot.
Yep.
That is the extent of what the government did. So when people try to blame the government, you know what it reminds me of, Nick? Do you blame someone, Nick, do you blame the drug dealer or the person doing the drugs? You blame the person doing, like, you can't say the drug dealer is the bad guy because he offered the drugs. Do you put a gun to your head? You go, well, no, he didn't put a gun to my head, but he said it was some good shit.
A lot of people blame the drug dealer.
But they blame the drug dealer. It's like, all the drug dealers go like this. Hey, yo, Nick, I got this shit. You want it? No. Hey, Nick, you want to put on this dress and do the ritual? No. So who said yes, Nick? The black men didn't say yes. They didn't kick themselves out. Black women said yes. They said, yes, white zaddy. And they took the check, destroyed the family, and everything else that came after it, right? So what I'm saying is that Republicans didn't do enough. Because, Nick, blacks used to be conservative. Blacks were Republican. People always forget this. I don't know if people know their fucking history.
Yeah.
Blacks were right-leaning.
Yep. Because, well, in the easiest place to see that was Proposition 8 in California, when they're like, oh, yeah, we'll easily pass this gay marriage thing. And the black vote came out and was like, no, thank you. Like, they're like, nah, we don't mess with that gay shit.
Wait till you go to Atlanta now. Go to Atlanta.
Angry Baneling says, Nick, in celebration of Drexel's successful channel, I've sent you a picture of a beautiful black woman that Drexel should see. Please show him. Thanks.
Oh, shit.
All right. Here you go.
Oh, was that Vladimir? Oh.
No, I'm not going to pull it up in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
It's not safe for work.
It's not?
No, it's too... I don't have enough bandwidth to send that picture over the internet.
Well, let me give you guys an accurate description of what I just saw. It was definitely a black queen.
I thought you were just going to say it was an average black woman.
Honestly, it was. She was... put the picture back up, Nick. How much you think she weighed?
400 pounds,
okay,
easy.
400 pounds, which is average weight for a black woman, especially in urban environments. And what color is her hair, Nick? Oh, wait, my bad. She doesn't wear her own hair because black women don't. So what color is her weave, Nick?
You know what color it was.
Blonde. Can you zoom in on her eyes, Nick?
I'm going to put it on stream.
Does she have blue eyes? Because, all these black women wear blue contacts.
She doesn't have blue eyes.
But what color is the hair?
Look, the gravity of this woman makes it hard for me to look anywhere else. Just a second. Oh, God.
Was the blackface Nick and drag?
I can't believe I'm pulling this.
Look, man, these hair hats is something else, man. These bitches ain't shit. Anyone out here still taking black women seriously in 2021, man? Look,
all right, here you go. There it is. There it is.
Jesus Christ. Buy more bandwidth.
All right.
Why'd you take it down?
Because it's terrible. Nobody needs to see that.
That's your average black woman, man. Anybody who doesn't believe me, just go out there. Go out there in the world. You saw all the tattoos, the blonde hair hat.
I can't even get that picture off my screen. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Talix001 says Bond villain Pelosi galore will try to impeach. Yep. They're gonna try. I think they may pull it off if they don't convince Pence to do the 25th Amendment. Mo says, when you said that COVID would have stayed in Asia if Hillary was in power, did you mean that the pandemic would have been better handled by the Democrats? No. They would have. The pandemic came here.
Planned.
It was brought. Whatever with the virus. The crisis that followed exists because it was convenient against Trump. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Not because it would have been better handled. It's just, it's exactly what was needed. Think about Trump would have been elected president over any sort of fraud without the pandemic.
Correct. I believe he would have won in a landslide.
It would have
because
been,
it was
there was no reason to vote him out.
Yep.
And the pandemic is what did it. It's what did it.
Yep.
So, okay, finally, got a couple more.
Mighty Wolf said it's a pandemic, man. People haven't figured this out yet. It is what it is. This is what people voted for.
Crusader Saracen says, hard men make good times make weak men make hard times make hard men. We're about to enter hard times, but take heart, for hard men will come out of it. History proves it's inevitable. It's just generations away. Sogi Johnson says, I meant that the traitors will be put against the wall by the other traitors. They took the leftist cock in the ass, and like good, useful idiots, their use is very limited. Look at how Biden is already effing over BLM. I hope they I hope they put the killings on pay-per-view. Yeah.
He saw how quick he flipped on that, right?
Yep.
Quick. Hey, so, Nick, let me just give a quick shout out to all those useless Negroes out there. Because there are many who have been out there. Yeah, white Zaddy Biden is going to do something for us. And Harris. Hey, Nick, what is Kamala Harris famous for? From the black person's perspective. What is she famous for doing?
Eating penis.
Oh, yeah. Besides that.
Oh, yeah. Locking up black men. And
up black men.
Not prosecuting cops who shoot them.
Oh, and don't forget, even when black men are innocent, what does she do to them, Nick?
Locks them up anyway.
Keeps them up in there anyway, right? And when it's time for them to get released, what does she do? Kept their black asses in there longer. So this is who black people voted for, overwhelmingly, right? Willie Brown. This is great. This is like a watershed moment, Nick. This is the moment I've been waiting for. It's for people that were supporting BLM to realize they were just fucking used.
Yep.
Now
they won't realize they were used. They'll go, oh, why did? Well, I guess he can't because
because of Trump. Like Trump won't even be. So Nick, let me ask you this: what is CNN going to talk about for the next 4 years?
How great Biden is with minorities and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
are we going to hear anything about cops killing unarmed black people? Are you going to hear much of that? 'Cause
only in red states.
Only in red states.
It's going to be nasty. Yep. The dark side boomer Melissa says, poor Drex, it may as well be Mazza instead of Nick, and thinking everyone belongs in two stereotypical categories. I've got plenty without help of men or the government. Nick, throw him some FFS. Throw him some.
Who is this?
For fuck's sake. I don't know. It's the dark side boomer Melissa.
Oh, I've seen her. You know what? I forgot. Melissa, just for you, I did see you left comments on. She left comments on one of my episodes of Thoughtmas.
Yeah.
And Melissa, I will get back to you. I finally learned how to create a double YouTube account. So, on the MGTOWN podcast, so it shows up as that account and not me.
Yeah.
So I figured that out now with
That's
help
good.
of producer Tim. So I can now reply to people. And I will reply to her. And of course, I love when women say they got no help from, the government or men or anything. Sure.
Owen Jones says, we're going to see political violence and assassinations like we haven't seen since the 60s. The only question is if it's 1960s or 1860s. We've got Silky Johnson. No. Oi says, Nick and Drex, what is the reason to not commit suicide? All I hear from Drex that everything is futile and seems that according to that, suicide is the correct response. Not being a hater here. Really want to know for real. Look.
I've never said commit suicide.
No, just because times can be bad and society can be a wreck doesn't mean that you can't find value in it for yourself.
Absolutely.
When Drexel's talking about like that it's over, that's an aspect of society that's over. That doesn't mean that your life is over and that there's no value or good things to come out of it for you. There are two parts of our lives. There's our civic life and our personal life.
Nick, I'm glad you brought this up. When I say it's over, have you ever in your life, you've known me, we're going into our 3rd decade.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me look fucking depressed ever?
No.
I've never seen you look depressed. Just because I say, Nick, I'm saying it's over, not in a sad, you don't see me crying and sniffling on your stream. I'm going like this. Dude, Nick,
you don't see him. I see him crying and sniffling after the stream.
But Nick, I just tell people, look, man, I just tell people to prepare yourself, right?
Yeah.
I'm just prepared. You see what I'm saying? So Nick, I would never tell guys. And for people out there who think what they call it now, doomed pill or black pill. To me, Nick, I don't think we let's get away from like what
people of color pilled.
People of the POC pill, right? Let's just say it like this, Nick.
African Pelican.
African Pelican. Let's just look at it like this, right? Someone says I speak in a bleak way. It's not bleak if it's honest. Like, I'll give you a prime example, Nick. The video that person was referring to, the Kevin Samuels, you're average at best.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna fucking die alone, right?
Yeah.
He was saying that, and remember, she got in her feelings, right? And all these black women, especially black women and black male simps, right? The simp army came after him. But Nick, let me give you a brief thing so it can relate to this. She's a 35-year-old, highly unattractive black woman who wears a hair hat, right?
Right.
She's a single mother with a 13-year-old son, right? And she's on there talking about yeah, Kevin, talking like that, right? She wants a high-value 6-figure, 7-figure man. Nick. So when Kevin Samuels is like, you better lower your standard because that's not going to be out for you. You're not going to get that.
Yeah.
Then when she kept coming at Kevin, he just said, look, I didn't want to be the one to say it. He goes, ma'am, you're average at best.
Right.
Nick, this bitch looked like Roger from American Dad in one of his things, right? One of his disguises.
I'm familiar. Like, I haven't seen the video, but I'm
you see
familiar
the picture,
with
right?
the context.
She looks like Sam Cassell. And you're a Houston guy, so you know what Sam Cassell looked like. He looked like a goddamn alien, right? He looks like a Negroid. He's an alien life form. So I'm sitting here saying so when people say that I'm doom pilled or something, Nick, I'm doing exactly what Kevin Samuels did, right?
Yeah.
You come to me with an issue, Drex, is it really all over? Can Trump win? No. No. Why are you saying that? Why are you doom pilled? I'm like, I'm sorry. Nick, am I telling people lies right now? Am I saying something that does this shit sound out there to you?
Yep.
Listen, man, if you're out here wearing a hair hat, you hair hat females, and you're coming around talking about something, I deserve a man who makes 7 figures, but I look like Sam Cassell. I'm going to tell you right to your goddamn face. Bitch, you better hope Sam Cassell is a janitor. Maybe you'll get him. That doesn't make me a bad guy. It makes me honest.
Knight of Hopex says, you do realize secret Jewish overlords as Marxists speak for capitalists, right? Hitler was a Marxist, and the idea that this secret banker society exists is one of the narratives the left uses to club us as racists. Marxists and fascists are the problem. That's what Knight of Hopex says. Amateur Ant says, people of color don't care about gay stuff unless they're in the joint. Lol. Mo says, how likely do you think Trump is to be impeached? I think it's likely.
I'm gonna put it honestly, Nick. I think there's gonna take the W. I really do. Like I think they'll threaten it. I truly don't believe they will.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Because what are they at 2 weeks?
They're 2 weeks. AOC's drafting impeachment papers. She says several people have called for his impeachment. Even Republicans have called for his impeachment. We'll see. I think they see that as like a second W that's in their grasp.
I put it at 30%.
But then 30%. there's also the non-impeachment route, which they could do, which is the 25th Amendment, where they rule Trump. They just determine Trump unfit to rule. It doesn't need a vote. It just needs the vice president to basically go to the Speaker of the House and the Senate Majority Leader.
Yep.
Oh, that's fine. Mitch McConnell will have Trump's back on that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Bad Vibe says, I'm not people of color pilled. I hope for the best, expect the worst, and watch the game. Everything is part of one goal. Man-made climate change, Obamacare, cancel culture, Me Too, etc. It is the power and eliminating the WASP. Linda Marie says, Nick, should I delete all social media and buy a gun while I can? I don't know if you need to delete all social media. You should buy a gun while you can. and then lose it immediately. Drex, Kanye is divorcing Kim because he cheated with Jeffree Star, the beauty guru, allegedly.
Whoa, whoa, hold on.
Isn't Jeffree Star?
That's a dude, bro.
That's a man. Well,
I didn't know that. Hold on, hold on. Can any of you guys confirm that in the chat? Is that a legitimate rumor? I have not heard that.
We'll see.
I can't blame Kim if she wants to not be there, because if your dude is playing tickle booty with other dudes and doing whatever, man. I mean, I can't blame her, man. Is that true, Kanye?
Kanye West is a gay fish.
Someone said that's a legitimate rumor.
I can confirm that is a rumor.
So it's just a rumor.
Well, I mean, I wasn't in there with the videotape or nothing. All right, guys. That's it for Super Chats. It's been an amazing show. We were going to do a short show tonight, but we're at
It was short.
We're at the full 3 hours. The full 3 hours.
Wait, that's full?
It's a 3-hour show.
I mean, with Dollhouse Phil, it was like 9.
Look.
Bad Black was 17.
Mistakes were made. Oh, it's a South Park joke. That's the Kanye and Jeffree Star apparently.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Griff likes before I end the stream. Guys, we're at 1,917 likes. Let's see if we can get it over 2,000.
God damn it. You knew that was coming. You knew they were going to do it.
Yeah. Well, the grift goes on. Rational Redneck says, I'm personally stockpiling ammo and advising friends and family to get out of the dollar. I'm frustrated to no end. People are about to snap. Austin Heartless says, I have a theory. When everyone was saying trust the plan, they didn't realize this was the plan.
Yeah.
Super Iron Bob says, to be fair, the dude looks like a lady.
Who's that about?
I don't know.
Probably
Jeffree Star.
Oh, Jeffree Star. Hold on. I got to be honest, Nick.
Oh, no. Here we go. You're going to be clapping those cheeks?
It pains me to say this. Hold on. There was a athlete, a basketball player that was caught with Jeffree Star, right? O'Shea Duke Jackson made a video about it because the dude broke up with his girl because he chose Jeffree Star over the girl, right? Nick, here's the problem. I gotta at least say this about Jeffree Star. As bizarro world as we live in, Nick, Jeffree Star is putting more effort into looking like, let's just say, a feminine creature than too many women, too many XX chromosome people.
Okay,
let's put it that way. And that is, I would say the same thing about Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce, Caitlyn puts more effort into looking like a woman than. Look, when is the last time you've been to the inner city and seen these hair hats?
You go get it, Prince.
Oh, you better stop.
You go.
You better stop.
You go find your queen. I support you.
Yeah, I know Jeffree looks like an alien, but Jeffree looks like at least a somewhat feminine alien. Like that's all I'm saying. Nick. Effort was made. When you saw that black thing, that demonic creature with a blonde hair hat, that didn't even look like a woman. It looked like Coach Greg Adams said, it looks like a busted Pillsbury biscuit can that someone. Hey Nick, you know. Hey Nick, you know when you go upstairs and they call them rounds, right? Pillsbury has rounds. You go like this, right? You go like this. You say, hey babe, hey, could you get them open, right? And you go like this, right? Look. And it goes, and it bursts. Nick, that black creature that you saw, that was a bursted Pillsbury biscuit can.
Oh my god!
With a hair hat.
I missed a chat from Robert Hubert, and I apologize for this. Robert Hubert says, Drexel, I binge listened to 12 Days of Thoughtmas and other MGTOW videos in 3 days' time. Great content, entertaining, educational, and humorous. Also, there's a deaf porn in I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell's opening scene.
Oh, and for those, a quick update. I got a lot of work to do. I just did another show with Dollhouse Phil. We did 2 of them. And I did, TFM came on. And love that guy. So shout out to TFM and everyone else, and Ken Jennings, everyone else who was on that panel with me that night. And the next series, Nick, I can't remember if I told the guys here, is Don't Stick Your Dick in Crazy. But I got a special for you guys. Now, we live in this egalitarian fantasy world. So I'm going to let the ladies tell their stories. So don't spread for crazy, right? So I'm going to let my guys, people are going to be in the Discord server, Nick. They're going to be able to to have a story, right? And it's gonna get screened by producer Tim, and we're gonna have a "Don't Stick Your Dick in Crazy" series for the guys, crazy stories, entertaining shit, right?
Yep.
And then the ladies, because there are some crazy ass dudes out there.
Oh yeah.
So listen, man, I'm gonna give it to y'all, man. Y'all know
I have one
is.
on this show regularly.
Oh, here you go.
Who am I even talking about?
I don't know. You? Wait.
You. Rogue says, "You ain't lying, Drex. I'm a black dude in Maryland. Blacks around here immediately go through all the hoops to blame Trump for everything. Pointing out BLM or useful idiots falls on deaf ears."
Yeah, man. I'm sad that he's in Maryland. I hope he's not in Baltimore, but if he's in Maryland around a lot of blacks, he's probably in that area. So try to survive, man.
Next, we've got Crusader Saracen says, "Love it when America shocks the world. We may be in decline, but we're going to scare the shit out of everyone else in the world on the way down." Maddie P on the road says, "If you need to have lost the gun, why not use it?" Anonymous Anglo says, "My hemorrhoids are severely inflamed." That doesn't sound good. Yoshken says, "Hey, great day in weird world today, right?" I mean, I guess. My internet was down all day. Like I'm sitting here and it wasn't fully down. Like I could see stuff, but I would have these huge lag spikes where I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't load a picture. I couldn't load a video.
Yeah, that sounds like dial-up. Remember dial-up porn?
Yes. It literally, I was going to do a video and so I have an article up and it had a picture in it and it literally does this, Drex. Line of the picture, another line, and then it stopped. And there's like this little gray thatched out shading below it where it couldn't load the rest of the picture.
No!
And I was like, I'm in 1992 right now. What is happening?
That's the early days of internet of Danny Ash. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
When you click and you're like this, "Oh, nigga, I'm about to get it," and it'd be like this.
So there I was. This is what pissed me off. Like I'm sitting there and I'm getting updates on my phone and stuff via text channels, and I'm seeing the stuff happening in Washington, and I'm not able to talk about it. It was pissing me off.
What time did this happen? You know what time?
Oh, like Charter went down in Minnesota. Like in this area of Minnesota.
In this area. Because, I got them also or Spectrum is what they call it. And, it worked fine for me today. I didn't see any
out in western Minnesota, it like went down all over the place. Because my parents' place lost it and everything. Thedia says, "Drexel, go get your queen, Cynthia." Yashken says, "Nick, did you get your Twitch resolved?" Yes. Not through Twitch yet, through my bank. My bank refunded everything. As Twitch refunds me, they'll actually be refunding my bank. Get a good bank, guys. Versi says, "After hearing Drex's opinion on Jeffree Star, I'm starting to understand why he's so black-pilled. Love you, Drex. Lol." And Rogue says, "I'm in the county area outside of Baltimore. R.I.P." So
okay, that's good.
Yeah. All right, guys. That is the end of the show. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to watch a movie on Twitch. If you want to join me,
it's hot as shit in this room,
It is hot today.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of going upstairs and watch The Punisher. I mean, what movie are you watching?
You can do that, too. I don't know. Cocaine War? No, I watched Cocaine Wars. Let me see.
King Log, time to watch McBain. I mean, I don't know why you don't just show that every night.
Wait, no. I think... what was I going to watch? The Gate? No, The Gate I can't watch. Stupid thing. What was it? Hold on. There's Conquest from 1984. That sounded good. There's also Silent Trigger by Dolph Lundgren. Johnny Mnemonic. Once Upon a Time in China. The Devastator. Oh, The Devastator was that movie with a man takes 3 coworkers hostage while working overtime on Thanksgiving weekends. He has no demands.
Wait, what was the name of that one?
The Devastator.
The Devastator, yeah. Fuck.
So
I need water. Like I need to hydrate, but goddamn, I've been behind on Punisher. I kind of want to watch. Like I want to watch a movie, but I also kind of want to just lie down and watch a show at the same time. Like
yeah, I don't know. I gotta do Twitch. I think, even though I'm mad at them for letting me get
Oh,
hacked.
that's wrong, man. Checkpoint said death porn sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch that in between Punisher episodes. Obviously.
Oh my God.
I'm a horrible person, man. I mean, I am a degenerate.
You haven't seen Bucktown, have you?
Which one is that?
It was one of the blaxploitation movies. We watched Black Shampoo.
Oh yeah,
Bucktown,
was,
USA.
You like that plot line actually looked good. How was the movie?
That movie is great.
Oh, so you saw it?
Yeah, we should watch it while you're here.
Yeah, we can do that.
We don't have to watch.
Did Lady Rackets watch it?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll see if she wants to join us. We don't have to do that tonight, but we'll do that while you're here.
It's so hot in this room.
It is real hot today.
Dude, can you rub some like ice cubes on me, Nick?
No. I'll find you that. I'll find you that busted biscuit.
Hold up. Let me ask you something.
What is this?
This is for everybody. This is for the guys in the chat before we leave. In reference to my man, Coach Greg Adams, who actually shouted me out. Someone sent in a super chat to Coach Greg.
Oh, this is for 2,000 likes, y'all. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Let me ask you guys something. Put a 1 in the chat if you've experienced this. 2 if you have not. This is for the gentlemen. Have you guys ever seen a true definition of a busted Pillsbury biscuit can when these chicks look good in clothes?
Yeah.
And then they undo some shit. Like, oh, shit.
and shit just pours out.
She pours out.
What is happening?
Nick, I kid you not. I have been.
It's like a melting ice cream from Dairy
melt.
Queen.
They literally melt out of their clothes, right? Nick, I kid you not. I've seen bitches look like this, right? Look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys a silhouette.
What is
That's a silhouette, right?
Your ass is off the camera.
Ass out, like,
no, you got to turn your ass the other way.
This way.
There you go. There. Yep, that's it.
This is the ass out. That's a silhouette. These girls got silhouettes, right?
Yeah.
These girls got some bomb-looking silhouettes. And you're like, oh, shit, I got to come over and smash. Nick, you seen the pictures. You seen her dimensions. They all look in the right place like that can. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm about to get in this pussy tonight. And you start unwrapping. Oh, yeah, girl, I'm going to blow your motherfucking back out. You keep unwrapping, Nick. Oh, yeah, I'm about to go in there deep.
These clothes are tight. This zipper is hard.
Damn, this shit's getting tight. Nick, you start going like this. Look. Oh, hold on. She turns around. Here, unlace me. Yeah, I ain't never unlaced a bitch, but I'll do it tonight. You keep on, and then Nick, boom. Oh, shit. It happens, man.
All right. Amateur Ant says, every MGTOW got it from the Godfather Tom Likas.
He is, man. He's great. Shout out to Tom Likas.
Angry Baneling says, play Cyberpunk before they patch out all the bugs. Tonight, no, I played video games last night, so tonight's a movie night.
So put Cynthia into the server.
Mario Carter 13 says Cynthia has entered the server.
That's fucked up.
Doompill says, what is your take on Ted Cruz's tweet? Oh my gosh. Give me just a second here. Let me get a. Oh god, I got that Black Queen up again.
You need to make that your screensaver.
Ted Cruz says the attack at the Capitol was a despicable act of terrorism and a shocking assault on our democratic system. We must come together and put this anger and division behind us. We must, and I am confident we will, have a peaceful and orderly transition of power. My full statement.
That's what
I mean,
expect him to say.
What do you expect?
Yeah, you expect him to say that, honestly.
Yeah. First of all, I really like Ted Cruz. I don't find anything wrong with that statement. I mean, what do you want him to say other than that? Again, I get the anger. I get the sentiment. But if you storm the Capitol building, you're not going to get a bunch of praise from the congressman who worked there.
Nope.
It's just not going to happen. So, the peaceful transition of power was the amazing thing is the peaceful transition of power was always going to happen. Trump's never indicated anything differently. He's just vigorously fought through as many legal channels as he can to try and hold on to the presidency. And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. You can challenge until you can't challenge anymore. Mm-hmm. That's okay. But, the idea that he wasn't going to leave if it ultimately is decided that he's not president, I don't know where people are getting that, but I guess we'll see. Random username 9284051 says Crusader Kings 3 is the best game ever made. Very funny. Very funny. All right, guys. You say martial law, Scott, but please stop spamming, for one. You say martial law. Trump's had a lot of time to implement martial law, and he hasn't done it. So I don't think you should expect martial law to come. I don't think you should expect martial law to come. But, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Fun time.
I'm going to play this outro.
Have a good night, everybody. Welcome to 2021.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting year. So, yeah, come over and hang out on Twitch, too. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some law-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitter and Derland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an ardbeg, a bow, more of love rug. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Doug T to Drex. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now.